guys, how you doing? Going live for an hour for sure, maybe 2 hours tops. But how's your day going? Here in East Washington, hella hot. I gotta put my window shakers in. That's why I'm a little sweaty. But yeah, and then go to some gym therapy. Gotta take care of your body, body takes care of you, and then go probably do that for a little while. So I preach about environment. We live behind the screen. I don't know where we live at, but if there's the will is the way. Having tattoos, it's a no-no, especially when it's like a small little area of the shit. Eastern Washington State, it divided in half. Eastern Washington, the common past eastbound is 1950 times, Rolodex times, like tattooed and the devil. They all look at me, all these religious, spiritual, good people, atheist people, quote unquote, but I'm the devil in their eyes because my tattoos. But it should be scared of me, quote unquote, like prison tattoos, game I feel so like, yeah, everyone has the right to judge everybody. I tell people all the time, judge me. I want you to judge me. There's nothing wrong with judging people. Observe them instead of them to comprehend them. Let them speak. You don't have to speak to nobody at all, black and fucking white. Actions beyond the words, I can look at 10 kilo prison tattoos, and then you see me speak to people in the streets, and oh, look, he's not a bad dude, like, he's positive energy. I hear it all the time. In Seattle, especially Seattle, your looks are deceiving. Yeah, I know they are. And wild tattoos. The question is not why, it's why not. It's an attention getter. And once again, all my tattoos, it's not for validation at all. Like, it's an attention getter. Because nowadays, like, and it's facts, tell me I'm wrong, like, women support women, kids support kids, everyone supports women and kids, men do not support men. If I'm talking about life, the healing journey, these raw real feelings, we don't love support at all. Go any platform, any female kid says something positive, viral shit, everyone supports them. Man says this shit, now it's already viral and shit, but me, I've been doing this for 5 years. I will do shit to my last day in breath. I tell nobody has to comprehend nobody. Higher source and beings, what are we? Communication, and we're all messengers. Zero. Nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. But with conversations, for anyone in the universe, all we do is what? Plant seeds. That's all we do. Plant seeds. The person that's hearing this, watching this, observing this, be behind the streets, in the streets. What do you do with the seed? Water it, learn from it, grow from it, study it, or let it die. But here's the best part. Even if you let the seed die, let the seed die, like I did in 2000, 5 years ago, started my healing journey. And then I heard these terms in 2000, a long time ago. When on YouTube, Google, what's an empath? What's a narcissist? What is the healing journey? Fucking 5 years ago, I did that after I lost my second family. My mind was blown like, damn, all this fucking time with technology in your fucking palm of your hand. But once again, it's on the owner of the phone, technology. What are you doing with it? If you want to start your healing journey, what are you trying to do? Trying to feel your feelings, to comprehend your feelings, to evolve in life. Everybody else on the journey, what are you doing? TikToks, man, bullshit, going to these light platforms, especially in TikTok, black versus white, yellow versus purple, all this man-made bullshit, but none of you are evolving. And then here's the best part, you're all good people, religious people, spiritual people, atheist people at each other's throats in the comments, in the DMs. How? Make that shit make sense, And you're triggered by cyber people, words, black and white, straight to the point. These words, these conversations, these languages have no feelings at all. So as well, the universe and their feelings about things that have no feelings at all. Make that make sense. Nobody says that shit. Nobody says that at all. That little saying be tied on my body. Eventually, make shirts and hoodies this year. And the best part when I start making my shirts and hoodies again, I don't gotta speak. My words, my tattoos, people, my shirts and hoodies. You walk behind me, I post on these platforms. If it triggers you, I did my job. And here's the best part: if a nobody can trigger you, you have a lot of healing to do. I'm a nobody to you. And people that bother you in the universe, especially behind a cell phone, they are nobody to you. Don't worry about nobodies, man. Worry about somebody's. Who's somebody's? People you physically fucking know. Your parents, child trauma, the bullies. Every which way, like, you have a lot of healing to do. You sell merch, bro? Nah, I don't. Nah, I do my own short hoodies for myself. Like, all my tattoos, I put on my shirts and hoodies. And once again, you can look at them. And it's for everyone in the universe. Not, what my saying is, like, all it takes is a comment or a question to spark conversations. If you don't, you'll never know. You look at me, prison tattoos. You can think about it. Remember, I am A, you looked at me. You are B, right? And you don't talk to me. That is your choice if you will. But then you start gossiping. That guy's a gang. Be careful about that guy. He's gang mafioso. He's a hoodlum, prison tattoos. He's the devil. Say all that. A, I, U, B, C through Z. You're gossiping. Think is not knowing. Judge is not knowing. Assume is not knowing. Gossip is not knowing. You don't know. You know? So, I fuck with those shirts in the back. Oh, yeah. That's X. Always X to the fullest. I got X, Little Peep. You know, Rest in Peace for all of them. And then, Juice World. Young ass artists, man. Respect. I said they should have lived longer, but X was again the narcissistic Drake and the weak ass at least took him out. Because remember this, when you're a positive person, when you have money, power, and fame, and you're a guy from the universe, positive does not make money. Positivity does not make money at all. To let you know, what? Blue Book conversations, black versus white, yellow versus purple, bitches partying, kick it. That makes money because that's called entertainment. All you blue pillars, you entertainers. I don't care what you claim to be. Red pillars, we're educators. Yo, we talk about what? Raw real life, raw real feelings. The healing journey. But nobody has to come in this conversation. But here's the best part. How can you say you want love, relationships, families, kids, and marriage if you're on a journey, not a healing journey? It's not gonna work in your favor at all. And you can say all this bullshit to everybody. You know what love is. Do you comprehend what love is? If you knew what it was, why are you bitching about toxic relationships? Why are you bitching about getting hurt again? Make that shit make sense. If higher sources love, whatever you believe in, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, your ancestors, is love, it can't hurt, highly impossible. It's what? Toxic love. What's toxic love? You love somebody that doesn't love you back. That's called toxic love. Everybody in the universe is the same fucking shit. I'm gonna tell my body, for all the religious people, whether it's a Catholic, in the beginning, when people see that with my shirts and hoodies and my tattoos, oh, the Bible, it's based off the Bible, but why? Because everyone said the same shit in the beginning. Their relationship was so good. Love, right. And then they went to what? Toxic love. So when did all the red flags and the sparks are ending? I don't know. When will you know? I don't know. Stalemate. So you don't want to feel your feelings. Stay in your journey and don't worry. Respectfully, triggering comment, God can do it for you. Respectfully, the correct answer, that's incorrect. If higher source can do it for you, why hasn't done it for you? The door's right there. Anyone can leave whenever they want to. That is your free one choice. That is your partner's benefits, whatever you want to say. That is their free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? But you're not changing. You are choosing. Today, you can stay there. Fuck it. Try tomorrow. I pray for the universe. I go my day, go my life. As it being, I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. Because nobody feels sorry for me. But once again, everybody, all my peoples, we're all on a journey. All of us on a journey. Some on a healing journey. But I didn't have this conversation. Till this day, I speak to them, and they've been on the healing journey, especially these queens, and they're still in toxic relationships, or they're single celibate and scared of love. Well, maybe in the next lifetime, I tell queen, that's your choice. If you go to foolish, you know that, right? So that means for the rest of your life, go to church. Nothing wrong with church, higher source, Buddha, Muhammad, whatever you believe in, and you live like that. That is your choice for will. So daydream about love. Love can't hurt. I promise you 1,000. It's highly impossible. Love is free. It don't cost you shit. Zero. I promise you it don't cost you nothing. Toxic love costs you everything. Everyone that's codependent of their body, their beauty, their looks, their lust, their job, the money card, home, and man, bullshit. They can say they want love, but no. Their God is what? Their body, their beauty, their lust. Man-made bullshit. When you date somebody in the healing journey of love, I date you. You're what? Your mind, your body, your universe, everything around you. Looks, yeah. But here's the kicker. Your body can't talk to me at all. Your mind tells your mouth to move and have these words to start a conversation. Oh my gosh, life's so hard. No years of therapy, counseling, none of this bullshit. It's you. But if you want to go by off lust and looks, go for it. In the beginning, say the same shit in the beginning. Be on these fucking dating apps that are toxic as fuck, and go through many bodies to be. And everyone said the same shit. What happened? What happened? The relationship was good. Yeah, in the beginning it was good, but then I saw true colors. Right, and then here's the best part. If you can't control your energy, then what are you gonna do? Play with the tough soft story. Boo who me to use me. Or I feel dirty. Like, why? If you can't control but your energy, don't be laying down people. All these soul ties, twin flames. Use this term, some spiritual talk, right? If you allow them to take it from you. Once again, but that's on you, not nobody else. Nobody can do it for you but you. The person in the mirror. All we can do for each other is what? Heal, guide, support, uplift, or worship up to each other. Tell me I'm wrong. Because once again, to call you out, do you think higher source is stressing about you? Is worried about these toxic relationships? I'm a single father, kids, I lost 2 families. What's toxic? That as I don't deal with toxicity. I don't deal with women that are healing preferably healed. I don't deal with no girls. Girls, I'll be what? I'll be your associate. I'll be your support team. If you're not too toxic, your environment's not too toxic, I'll even call you a friend. You can like me, queen, you can like me all you want. Just to let you know. Here's the best part. I don't gotta tell you this. My energy's too strong for you. I don't deal with toxicity. If you become toxic, I'll get up and leave. I'll talk to you, but I don't have to talk to you. And here's the best part. Day one, I tell you any potential to be. I tell you everything day one. I'm not here to sell you a dream at all. All these boys and girls sell dreams every which way. Because in the beginning, they offer love, monogamy, and bullshit. But then we come out to find out they're fuckboy, fuck girls, bad girls, body hopping the whole face, emotionally cheating, and they came to be religious, spiritual, positive people, quote unquote. Those are just terms. Those are just titles. Actions speak out in the words every which way. Just to let you know, you don't have to comprehend that. What? I love you, but they cheat on you. If they say they love you and they say they're religious people, would God, Jesus, Allah, Muhammad, Buddha do that to you? That not very much. So why do you allow your partner that says they love you to do that to you? Make that make sense, you know? And I say all this shit respectfully. Once again, I've been saying this for 5 years. I've been saying to my last dying breath. Jesus, he only lived, I think, like 33 years, something like that, but he lived best as possible, right? But Buddha's a beast. I tell people all the time, I hype the shit out of Buddha. I heard Buddha's name many years ago. I better start studying Buddhism 3 months ago. Spotify, as I'm door dashing every which way. Oh, I did it, your mother and father. Hey, check it out. Here's for all these trolls from all these platforms. Ready for it? Title my body for a reason. Second line is not my line. All the other lines are my words, right? So it says right here, all you bullies, cyber bullies, keyboard trolls, your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be without you. On my back it says, don't call yourself a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, a atheist person if you know you are doing wrong. Excuse me, you are good for the streets, you are good for nothing, Basura Garbage respectfully. I'm about to tell you pretty soon, trigger all these people. It's going to say, how can you be a narcissistic bully, a racist, and think you're a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, an atheist person? Make that make sense. You're good for the streets. I might put respectfully, but to trigger you, I'll just say you're good for the streets. What? You're not a good person. A little bit of good, a lot of bad. So don't put yourself in those categories. You can say God. Say God all you want. Would God be a racist? Would God bully? I doubt it very much, so why do you do that? Shots fired. My situation, I love bullies. I love to bully bullies. Chop them with the truth, man. The truth is hurt no matter what. Every which way. And this whole universe is so easy to fucking comprehend when you start the healing journey. Nobody can do it for you at all. Higher source, nobody can. They want you to change, but will you change? They want you to leave, but will you leave? They want you to stop being in toxic love, broken, codependent relationships, but will you stop being in toxic love, broken, codependent relationships? They don't want you to stop being zombies, addicts and addiction, but will you stop being a zombie and addicts and addiction? All that little saying will be tied on my back. Eventually, I make my shit to hoodies. What? You're a zombie and addict to addiction, but you said, God, go to church all you want. That's beautiful, A for effort, you're trying, but tomorrow, if you're still doing drugs, cool, guess what? That is your God, respectfully. You can verbalize it all you want. And obviously, you can't detox it one day, but as long as you're trying to detox. And here's the best part for everybody out there. Before you start messing with big pharma bullshit, well, when you was a little kid, like I was a little kid, when I grow up, I'll become a zombie, an addict to addiction. Everyone in the universe will hit rock bottom. Everybody does. In the beginning, do you have parents? Single parents, no parents? Oh, you're a fucking orphan. There it is. Child trauma. You already hit rock bottom. Right? And then in school, you're getting bullied and bullshit, right? Middle school, high school, college, and the cherry on top, relationships. That's gonna fucking make you, break you, destroy you. One person comes in your life, typically middle school, high school, right? Because you can't control your feelings. And they sold you a dream. You sold them a dream. That's when life becomes hard. And then all this shit happens. Now you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. You can't let go over your exes, past pain, toxic trauma, child trauma. Because you're on a journey. Everyone's on a journey initially. That's what it's called, the big ass term. All these big conversations, all my tattoos, it's called what? The generational cycle. Everyone, all the universe is stuck on this shit initially. To put fear in a positive manner for warning, you want to see your future? Look, if you're toxic, you're especially in a toxic relationship, look at all your toxic family till this fucking day behind the screen. And they all claim to be what? Your parents, aunties, grandparents, older cousins, good people, religious people, spiritual people, atheist person. It's a term, it's a title, but you know your personal family. And when they go home back behind closed doors and they got $1 billion fucking dollars, but behind closed doors, toxic as fuck. There's your future, literally in front of your fucking face. It's amazing how we're taught so raised incorrectly. We Spanish say that. Like, if someone would have taught me this shit, if does not exist, but let's say someone did, when I was in middle school, high school, what would I do? Ask questions. And here's the best part: I don't have to sit there and listen. I do this shit all the time. Yo, king, queen, just to let you know, you don't have to say shit. You have to say nothing at all. I will tell you a story. You don't have to comprehend anything I'm about to tell you. But the cool thing is, as long as you're patient enough, open-minded enough, we have this conversation. You sit there, just observe. That's how you're doing. Maybe you haven't experienced none of the shit I'm talking about. Then you're blessed, but I'm forewarning you. And the cool thing about these little stories, right, is forewarnings. Everyone has their beliefs. When you see this shit, observe this shit. Oh, that's what Coach was saying. That's what Reed was saying. Bill Marie was saying. Now let me sit there and study this shit. They forewarned me. Nobody else. If you want to fall on your face, yo, I'll tell my one-on-ones all the time. People say at the farmer's market, go fall on your face. But just to let you know, I won't let you drown. What? Higher source, whatever you believe in. I'm born and raised a Catholic. God's always on your side. Emotionally and spiritually. Physically, who's by your side? Physically, who's teaching this shit? Are your parents teaching this shit? Is your family teaching this shit? I doubt it very much. And they all go to church, religious, Buddhism, whatever they claim to be. But in toxic ass relationships, till this fucking day, don't become your toxic ass family. Respectfully. At 39, my tattoo at 39, I stopped becoming all my toxic family. And nothing against them because they don't know this conversation. They're on a journey. I started my healing journey 4.5 years, well, 5 years now, 5 years ago. But respect, I say this, during the comprehend this, I'm healed. My healing journey ended 5 years ago, but I can learn from others. That's why I'm here as a being. I ride with spiritual people. Religious people, for sure. I ride with religious people, but a lot of religious people respond and say this, like, nothing's wrong with Jesus and God. You know, Muhammad, Allah, Buddha, nothing's wrong with that at all. It's beautiful, but here's the kicker. Like Buddha preached about what? Very, very simple. Mind and body. I promised 1,000, like, Buddha's a beast, man. Kept it simple. 25 years ago. Like I said, yo, mind and body, keep it simple. At 35, he started his healing journey. And, you know, he became enlightened, you know, awakened, which I use the term woke. At 35, he preached his sayings, his teachings till he was like 80, I believe. So 45 years of life, teaching the same conversations, walking around whatever he's from, I think the Middle East, right? Traveling, just talking to people. Before technology. And then little by little, people start actually, you know, like the Bible, his teachings. And it's so fucking simple. I love Buddha the way he speaks, man. Just mind and body. Why stress about people around you? Deadass. If anyone takes your energy, why do you vibe with them? Don't matter who it is. That's your parent, that's your kids, that's your grandparents, that's your best friend, that's your boss. It doesn't matter. Rejection is protection every which way, man. Every which way. So vibe with people that match your energy best as possible. If you want a better outcome in life, a better health relationship for yourself and the people around you. If not, fuck it. Allow people to come in your life to take your energy. And then what? Play with until self or boo-hoo me. Everyone takes my energy. Or they take it because you allow it. I don't want to be mean and hurt their feelings. But they're being mean and hurting your feelings. Make that shit make sense. And spiritual talk, by you allowing it, you hurt your own feelings. Be mean to yourself. How so? Because you don't elaborate boundaries. Hey, just to let you know, I don't like that. And to forewarn you, because everyone preaches about boundaries, which is A for effort, communication. Second part is what? Nobody has to respect your boundaries at all. That's comprehension. What? Nobody has to at all. Your parents, especially your partners, if they don't respect it, what are you choosing? What are you doing? You're staying, you're leaving, you give them another chance. And that's for everyone out there, man. And I say all this shit once again respectfully, but as it being, like, I tell people, like, I recommend if you're like working out, door dashing, go hikes. We got Spotify. Go on, search up, you know, Buddha teachings from Tati Tim. And there's another cat, which I memorize his name wise, but I'll put in the comments if you want me to. And then religious talk, Johnny Chang, he's a beast. You know, I'm brown, Hispanic, he's Asian. You know, I got tattoos, but mine are words, right? Respect, but no one has my tattoos. His tattoos, he's fucking sleeved up, neck to ankles, beautiful tattoos, right? And when I say this, respect for you, if you see both of us, right, cosmetically wise, no words, we don't speak, we don't say hi to nobody. You have the right to judge us. You got to think both of us are, you know, gang mafioso, hood and prison tattoos. I grew up with gang mafiosos. Lucky I ain't involved in that bullshit, respectfully. They're entertainers. I let them be. That's their lifestyle, right? then have a positive outcome. He grew up with that life in California. He's once again he's fucking viral. Go to Spotify, YouTube, type in Johnny Chang, and TikTok the Johnny Chang, a beast. The way I preach about robbery of life, robbery of feelings, and toxic love, broken codependent relationships, co-parenting, I preach about it to the fullest. Keep it simple, black and white. If you want to say the Bible, he's a beast. Here in the Bible, I think it's 27 times front and back, which is beautiful. Nothing wrong with that at all, once again. But as a kid, I thought people, I fell in the whole universe. Like Buddha, mind and body, keep it simple. Johnny Chan, keep it simple. But to forewarn you, you gotta have all that. But what's gonna take your energy is who? The person by your side. You're dumb to comprehend that. God could do it for me. Buddha, the universe protect me. Bet, say that. And when magically the relationship goes from love, because in the beginning we all say the same shit, and it goes to toxic love. Now they're emotionally cheating, verbally abusive, being a fuckboy, fuck girl, breaking shit, whooping your ass. But you said God could protect you, the universe. What happened? And for best for everybody, see that door right there? Is there for everybody. Why do you choose to have to go back to the person you bitch about to all universe every day above ground? You can leave whenever you want to. But yes, when kids are involved, easier said than done. But that's why it's called co-parenting. I'm a single father of kids. I lost 2 families. We have no kids. Yo, fuck. Be like Forrest Gump and run. Don't look back at all. Keep it simple, black and white to I tell everybody. Yo, that's an adult. You know that, right? That's not your kid. Stop being the mother. Stop being the father. Stop being the probation officer. Let's say they're too narcissistic as fuck. Especially when they're like street folk and bullshit. Let them fuck up. That's not your kid. Don't feel guilty. Initially, you feel guilty. Because, yes, you're about to leave them. And when you leave them, they're about to fuck up every which way. So be it. Or be like my first version of myself. My first baby mom's 12 years. 12 years too fucking long till I finally walked the fuck away. 3 daughters deep. And I told her, yo, I'll give you a year. What? I'll give you a year. I've been your fucking father, probation officer for 12 fucking years. Now you have no one to stop you, control you. What? No one to tell you, hey, you shouldn't do that. Hey, sir, no, nothing. Now do whatever the fuck. I'll give you a year. 9 months later, what happened? No courts, nothing. No lawyers. I got the phone call. Hey, this is Mr. Ayala. Do we have your kids? Yeah. So your baby mom, she's locked up, going to, felon, blah, blah, blah. Like, cool. I was like, what about the paperwork? Nah, you just pick them up. You're good. A month later, I got a letter from the state of Washington. 100% rights. I didn't have to fight for it. How did I know I had to fight for our daughters? Because my first baby moms, she's on my tattoos. She's like I am. Street folk, hood niggas, black market world, gang mafiosa. We're both from the ghetto hood, but she's in it. I'm not in it. I look like I am cosmetically, but guess what? That's why I knew she was gonna fuck up. That's why I say I won't ever, capital fucking, not never. If anyone that uses the word, I'll never cheat, I'll never drink, I'll never smoke, say that. Don't defy logic. Who created logic? Religious talk. Lucifer called out God. Yo, God, I can do a better job than you can. Bet. And here we are today, right? So use every word but never. I won't ever avoid, stop, whatever. So I say I won't ever mess with that. Like any go from the ghetto hoods, I won't mess with you at all. Only if you're a woman that's healing, preferably healed. To form the universe, I'm not gonna ghetto hoods 1,000. All my tattoos, right here. I'll even read it out. It says right here. All ghetto hoods are Lucifer's playgrounds. Hell on earth. Toxic relationships. Toxic love and lust. If I want toxicity, where am I going to? All the ghetto hoods of the universe. All these boys and girls are broken every which way. Show me love in the ghetto hoods. Kids have more love than adults do. These adults go to church and fucking body hop in the whole face and preach spirituality. It doesn't matter about what you preach about. Actions speak on the words every which way. If I want love, where am I going to? The suburbs, good areas. That's what my tattoos. All suburbs, good areas are what? Are God's playgrounds, heaven on earth, healthy relationships, love and lust. Yes, you do have bad people in the suburbs, but they have money and power. They fucking financially abuse you. Money, status, and fame. But here's the kicker. Anybody that bullies anybody, if you're not bullshitting around, you're playing around, it's okay. But I'm talking, no, you're actually bullying people. Anybody that bullies, because nobody says this shit, is not a good person. Simple as that. Straight fucking facts. God, nope, because God wouldn't bully. Allah wouldn't bully. Buddha, Muhammad, whatever term you want to say, the universe. And then you want to date this bully. I see the good in them. That's everyone's flaw. You're like my old version of myself when you're too empathetic. We see the good in people. You self-sabotage your life not knowing. You should be selfish in a positive manner, but we're taught to be selfish. It's wrong. It's a sin. The fuck it is. If you don't got you, then who got you? Higher source, spiritual talk, yeah, bet say that. Physically by your side, who got you? Your parents? Yo, the phone universe, anyone could leave, anyone could cheat, anyone can ghost, anyone could break up with you, anyone could divorce you. That is their choice and free will. When they do, and which they shall, how will you react? How will you respond? Or do you live fear scared of that? That little saying be tied on my body. What? It's a forewarning. Because you have the best relationship, quote unquote. Yeah, you can offer love, you as one individual. In the beginning, like the Bible, they match your energy. And little by little, what happens? Less texting, less calling. In the beginning, communication, comprehension. Then it goes to communication and comprehension on one side, typically the queen side, the female side. And the male side, more narcissistic. Not all, a lot of us are. And with the communication, no more comprehension. Why do you think we bicker about the exact same fucking subjects for months, years to be, babies to be? So the point is, like my last ex, the mother of boys, you want to talk about this? Check out. You're going to say this, I'm going to say this. I already knew the fucking routine. Because why, on her side, whatever side we were talking about, bickering about, what she wanted to bicker about, she's doing what? Communication comprehension. And all the queens, he's not hearing me. I was him. No, he's hearing, he's listening, he's watching, he's observing. He does not comprehend you. So in the beginning, two-sided relationship, love, quote unquote. Then it was a toxic love. Goes to one-sided relationship. And a lot of queens, y'all feel what? You're happy for others in their relationships. You're not happy for your own relationship, right? Then what do? You fucking daydream about love. And then you feel single in the relationship. But I love them. Yeah, how's that working out for you? Yeah, you love them. They don't love you. They can verbalize I love you. Sure. But the verbally abusive, physically abusive, fuckboy, body hopping the whole face, breaking shit, taking your money, power, and fame. But they love you. Like, that's called toxic love. That's a downfall when you're on a journey, not on a healing journey. On a healing journey, the intensity of study of all this, observe this, and you don't fall on your face once again. And it might take you, I don't know how, what I say to count the whole universe in this lifetime, how many bodies you're going through to when you figure out what love is. When you comprehend this shit. 5 bodies, 20 bodies, 1,000 bodies. It doesn't matter how many bodies it is, man. It's all on you. You're the one who can do what? Comprehension. Nobody can do for you. Everyone as beings, we're just communication messengers. All the universes. Whoever you talk to, whatever you believe in. And when I sit them behind the screen, you guys behind the screen, my one-on-ones right there, see at the farmer's market. I'm talking to you, king, queen, I'm talking to you face to face at a farmer's market in Seattle. I don't know you from Adam. It's the only reason why we're talking because of my tattoos. Only reason why. Not because of me. Because my energy, quote unquote. You're saying that now because why? You looked at me, all these tattoos, and you're studying me. I was watching you, right? Because you're observing me. And from there, wise, what do you? They all say the same shit. Your looks are deceiving. You have positive energy. Like, yeah, what's your tattoos about? Healing journey. What? The healing journey. All my tattoos are positive words or negative words. If these petty words trigger you, I did my job. And ready for it? These words, these conversations, these languages have no feelings at all. So how's all the universe and their feelings about things that have no feelings at all? Make them make sense. I don't know you, sir or miss, at all. So read any part of my body. Whatever you see right now, at the mark, you see my forearms. You got more. Oh, shit, yeah. I'm seeing on my arms, my chest, and my back. Black and white words universe to trigger everybody. And then a gentleman asked me, why do you want to trigger people? That's my job. That's my gift. Every which way. Why? Because they're called feelings. They're called feelings for a reason. So do you want to be on a journey? You don't want to feel your feelings? Fuck it. Be a blue pillar, entertainer. Be on a journey for years to be. No matter what you do in life, what goals you set. Set every fucking goal. Have all these bodies, families, and whatever the fuck you want to have. But you still feel alone, lonely. You're not happy with yourself. Yeah, because you're on a journey. You're not trying to feel your feelings. Everyone starts the healing journey, the correct journey. What are they doing? They'll still maintain. And then the Matrix, nobody can beat the fucking Matrix. Not even the bullshit elites. Nobody can. All you do is maintain. Job, money, car, home. That's it. Now you're maintaining. Now you start the healing journey. What are you trying to do now? Stop, turn around, face the person in the mirror. Now you're trying to feel your feelings, to comprehend you, to evolve in life. Why am I sad? Why am I depressed? Why do people use me for my kindness? Why do people sell me dreams? In the beginning, it's so good. Why do they always fuck me over? There you go. Now you're talking to yourself. The best ever counts in the universe is the person mirror you, not nobody else. We can add to it. We can observe you, hold you, and guide you. But I can't finish save you at all. Physically, I could. Financially, I could if I have the money. But emotionally and spiritually, no, I can't. not even higher source. Nobody can't do for nobody. Once again, no one wants to comprehend that. You believe that higher source can do for you. How's that working out for you, respectfully? To this day, you think higher source is stressing about all my tattoos? God wakes up today, you know what? I'm sad. I'm depressed. Allah's like, you know what? I got PTSD. Muhammad's, you know what? I'm tired of this toxic love, broken, coded relationships. The universe is like, you know what? I'm tired of getting used. I doubt it fucking very much. So why do you feel like the way you feel? And the question is, for how much more longer? All this shit I talk about, these tattoos, my scars, healed. 95% of the universe, my number, to put for in all the universe. What? 95%? These are your cuts. Every petty wear on my body is your cuts and wounds. If it's a scar, it's healed. You can talk about it. You don't shed tears. You might choke up a little bit because, you know, nothing wrong with the grieving journey, right? Nothing wrong, you know, because obviously, you know, it's a past version of yourself. That's cool, man, but allowing you to sit on those feelings forever, especially when it comes to breakups. You know, and when you go through a breakup, right, the grieving journey, what I tell people, you can shed your tears for a month. I'll be nice 2 months. But more than that, like months, years, hey, what's up going? How you doing? How's it going? Respectfully, that's too long. And to throw it in your face to everybody. Like I always taught myself, you know, a zillion people in the whole fucking universe. Why am I stressing about one? Yes, I lost my second family. Yes, this shit hurt, but I would figure this shit out. 5 years ago, I made About the Universe. When I figured this fucking healing journey out, all this terminology, all these petty ass words, I'm calling everybody out. And that's what I do. To everyone out there, I don't care what you claim to be. But I'll call you out. How can you be, once again, these categories? A counselor, a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, a life coach, narcotic creator, what's the other one? You know, like in spiritual people, like, you know, you're a astrologist, numerologist, a Wiccan, right? There's positive people, quote unquote. These higher sources that you teach people about their feelings and guide them with their feelings, right? So how are you in a toxic love, broken, codependent relationship? How the fuck are you a zombie, an addict to an addiction, and you're teaching me about my feelings? Make that shit make sense. Like, yo, you have a lot of healing to do. You want to go for what? For a piece of paper. The man made fucking DSFI book. That book teaches about feelings, quote unquote, and our mind. I was listening to this Buddhist cat, right? He was talking about in which Buddha asked one of his people, 2,500 years. Remember this, before technology, 2,500 years ago, Buddha asked, I don't know if it was a student or a person in the streets, right? So let's keep it simple, a person in the streets. He asked them, where's your mind at? And the person pointing at his head, he's like, well, that's your brain, but in your brain, show me where your mind's at. But I was like, before I heard that shit, I'm doing DoorDash, you know? I'm driving to Seattle farmers markets and shit. You know, I'm hearing that shit, I'm like, I'm fucking talking to myself in my head, like, God damn, that's a badass fucking question. What part of the brain's the mind at? Nobody fucking knows, you know? You can point at it, but do you know? You can say, it's right there. So it's right there. So if I can magically touch your brain, and that's where your mind's at, I can shut off your thoughts, quote unquote. I can control you. I can't. You know, that's the shit. You know, when it comes to Buddha-wise, spirituality talk, you know, this vessel's just an avatar. And somewhere in the higher source, now you're evolving. You're controlling yourself. Now you're controlling your thoughts. Now you just chill and be more observant. That's what the cool thing about Buddha. At 35 years old, he became enlightened, which I use the term woke. He looks at everybody. And I know that feeling because I look at people, I'm just like, fuck. All these fucking, we try to say this. Don't words myself. All these blue pillars and red pillars, man. People are entertainers, some people in the healing journey, but they're still lost and confused because they believe that love starts from another being. Kids, yeah, kids give you unconditional love, comma, for now. You was a kid, you became a teenager, a young adult, and then what happened to life? In middle school, actually, you caught fucking feelings. But here's the kicker. Keep it simple. I tell my kiddos, your mother and father went out together doing co-parenting, right? Let's say that potentially you want to, you know, you like someone in middle school, ask them, yo, how your parents doing? Simple question. What? Why is that? I'm just curious to know how they're doing. I don't got a mother. I don't got a father. Well, there it is. Child trauma. I'm your father. That's your mother. Co-parenting. Child trauma. And you believe you two middle school guys going to become one to, like, what? Accomplish love? These feelings aren't fucking factual at all. Your heart, what I say, everyone has a terminology, right? When I say your heart, it's just what? Toxic love. It's broken. It's just communication. When you make this here with your heart, feelings, empathy, sympathy, you will always fall on your face. You will always self-sabotage your life. Because I see the good in people. I pray if I help manifest the higher source. Imagine you one day will wake up my partner and they love me like I love them. How many fucking weeks, months, years, babies to be will that take? You know? And your mind is what? It's love. It's comprehension. Why do you think your mind and your heart are fighting? Your mind's like, leave. The door's right there. A zillion people in the universe. Why are you stressing about one? The heart's like, no, maybe tomorrow. I'll give him another chance. Fuck it. I was you. I won't ever do that again. Hell no. I don't need a partner. I'm not codependent of people. I want a partner. If she wants that, we match energy. We don't take energy. And that's the shit for everybody. That's why, once again, with Buddha, at 35 years old, I know, I comprehend how he feels. There's got to be other beings, quote unquote, that are woke. If you're steady woke, my face tattoo, it says right here, 1% woke. We're the referee judges of all the universe. I judge everybody. I love when people ask me, who the fuck are you? You see this face tattoos? That's who I am. That's who Buddha was. Jesus, Allah, God. We judge you to forewarn you. You're not doing good. You can say you're doing good, but actually beyond the words. Look at the way you're living. And here's the best part. How you in a toxic relationship? Pray, plan, hope, manifest. Do your rituals, astrology, sage. Do all that. But look who the fuck you have by your side. All my tattoos are for a reason. Black and white. I tell the queens all the time. Queen, shut up. Based off of energy, I don't even know you from out and behind this conversation. There's one-on-one and see out at the farmer's market, right? I'm walking the streets. On my tattoos, you're a square. He's a circle. You are love. He's toxic love. You are God. He's the devil. You're consciousness. Whatever term you want to use, tat on my body. Black and white. Black and white. So why do you have the devil by your side? His energy is garbage as fuck. When we go to church, yeah, you both go to church. But A for effort, you made it to a building. He might feel good for 1 fucking hour, 2 hours. And when he leaves the church on the cell phone being a fuck boy. About to be with your best friend, cousin, and your mother. And he loves God. Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, whatever term you want to use, the universe. Action, speak down the words. Why the fuck you stressing about one person? But I get it, trombone suck. What's a trombone? In your head, you pray about manifest. I need them in my life. Maybe tomorrow, God can do it. Say that. Do that. If God could speak, He would tell you. Remember, we're just messengers. Higher source beings, which eventually will on my body. We're just communication. We're all messengers. Nobody has to comprehend nobody. But I can say this for the religious people and spiritual people: God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual, your ancestors told me. They came to me in my dreams, and they told me to reach out to you and tell you you deserve better. Now, what are you choosing? What are you doing? Call me crazy. Hey, call me crazy, but here's the kicker. I see energy, and if you stay by your side, He's going to destroy the fuck out of you. Every which way. And you see people, especially on TikTok, you won't be here tomorrow physically, because why? Emotionally cheating, verbally abusive, being a fuckboy. He's physically whooping your ass. And now He told you verbally, if you leave me, guess what? You can't. If you try to leave, hey, guess what? We're not gonna be here tomorrow. Or you will be here and accept this shit. Get your ass kicked. He's still being a fuckboy for years to be. It was a teammate doing, how's it going? It happens all the time. There's so many empathetic queens that should have lived longer. The downfall of they use social media correctly. Hey, you might not make it, but here's the best part. Make a TikTok, put a platform, just to let you know I have no tension, no beef with nobody in the universe at all. At all. Anything happens to me, my toxic husband, boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, he's the one that put his threats and bullshit. If anything happens to me, I end up missing, look for him. His family toxic as fuck, they're gonna cover for him. There's a fucking lead. There's a fucking lead. Technology is key, man. All these boys and girls and narcissists, they hate technology. Why? Because anyone can take a picture of anybody. And that's the shit when it comes to dating, man. It's amazing. Once again, I'm probably because I'm a geek techie, right? And I work in computers all the fucking time. You know, I work in people's phones and bullshit, man. I'm just like, you know, these females tell me the stories. I'm like, chill out, queen. I'm gonna give a scenario. You know, before you want to get involved with anybody, do speed dating. What do you mean? It don't matter if they're local or on a platform. Make a fucking TikTok. Put it on your platform. I pretty much guarantee like 99% of the time someone's gonna reach out to you. They'll comment or they'll DM you. Because they don't want people obviously to comment. Everyone's seen the comment. If they DM you, add between you, A and B. Right? But check out. My scenario. Let's say I see a female locally or on social media. I go to her platform, studying her, like I don't know too much about her. I'll make a TikTok. Yo, check out. This queen on this platform, I saw her, you know, does anyone know who she is? By chance. Family, friends, whatever. And I put on all my 9 platforms. I'm pretty much 99% of the time someone reach out, oh yeah, that's my baby mom's. That's my wife. What? Well, she told me she's single. She can tell you she's single verbally through a text, but I'm just letting you know that's my wife. That's my girlfriend. Cool, bet. You know, I can take the screenshot of the conversation, send to her, hey, well, you told me you're single. This is your boyfriend, your husband, quote unquote. and she could block me, ghost whatever. Hey, she could blame me all night and cause problems. You was A, I was B, and he was C to Z. You were trying something. You kept it 100 times something dream. Toxic love. I keep it 1,000. Love. I don't want. I want ever deal with toxicity. Fuck no. Peace got 1,000. How does someone schedule a session? How much love? Oh, whenever. Like you could, a Queen message. You could DM me on whatever platform I'm on. DM me. I don't charge nothing. It's free therapy. Talks relationships. If you want to donate, that'd be cool. You know, it'd be nice to get paid for what I do, but I don't stop. Maybe in this lifetime, I tell this to everybody out there scenario, right? Maybe in this lifetime, you won't ever fucking become viral. You won't ever make it financially. You struggle to your last day in breath, but as long as you're happy with yourself, dead the fuck ass. Love. If you want true happiness, unconditional love, support, that fountain of youth, that starts from you, the person in the mirror, not nobody else. I can add to your love, but from there I go on my dig of my life. What? I got this live session. I'm blessed financially. I'm a single father of kids, co-parenting best as possible. It's scraping by. Eastern Washington State. There is work. My tattoos. I'm the fucking devil. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Everyone said the same shit. If you knew that, why do you get tattoos? The question is not why. It's not why not. To get your attention. That's why I got my tattoos, to get your attention. Respect when I say this. Not a reasonable competition. I'm gonna say this right. Show me anybody in the whole fucking universe, all these fucking realms that has my tattoos. Show me. I promise you 1,000, you can't show me that. A lot of people have tattoos, pictures, images. We have our stories, right? But words, passages, healing notes. But we trying to say this. Bible quotes don't count. We trying to say that. That's before any of us, right? The Quran, whatever, Buddhism. It's beautiful sayings. Nothing wrong with that. But teach me some positive words, or negative words. That's what I care about, respectfully. That's why I'm my tattoos for a reason. Everyone in Seattle says the same shit, and they're decked the fuck out. The King's been beautiful. They're a couple. Fucking, I love being therapy. It's sex appeal, right? And they'd be like, man, like I love my tattoos, but man, yours are nice and neat, man. They're just words. That's amazing. They're just words. And what's it about? The healing journey. What? All the Kings all the time. The healing journey? Yeah. When did you start yours? 5 years ago. Really? Like, if you would be here 5 years ago, I wouldn't be talking to you now. Why? I lost my second family. Going through my second bad breakup of my life, and that was the end of the world. But obviously, because like we started saying, my two girlfriends in between, there were breakups, but I don't really shed tears. No grieving journey for the most part, because there was no kids involved. It's harder when kids are involved, because now when your little one asks you, hey, mom, dad, where's mom at? Where's dad at? Going through the breakup in the very beginning, it's gonna fuck you up. How do you respond to that? You'll choke up every which way, like fuck. And now what? Maybe they'll come back, and this is the part the intent is to do co-parent as best as possible, or the trauma, he comes and goes. Fuck, Queens don't allow it to happen, man. Easier said than done, but as it is, your kids are traumatized because the family broke apart. Now you see his dad come and go a billion times, and then he's with other females. That's not healthy. Hey, number one, how you doing? How's it going? Hello. And that's the shit for everybody. So once again, I make it sound easy because I did it 5 years ago. But the cool thing, how did I do it? Technology. Technology is key. If you don't believe me, go on my YouTube channel. Coach Rito. The 5-year-old version of myself, right? And I started, going to my. There's a live podcast. This is not pre-recorded. It's a live podcast. If you see my uploads, yes, that's pre-recorded, right? Anyways, whatchamacallit, I was taking 100% blame. And my support team, 10M Live Workers, all my tattoos, they reached out to me like, yo, King, you can't take 100% of the blame. You feel like you're doing it for now, but here's the kicker. You can't have kids. It takes two to make one. You could take 70 to 80% of the blame if you want to. But I went to your platforms. I went to her platforms. You're not bad people. Both are you on what? On a journey. God, higher source, A for effort. But look at this. You say God, right? Love, whatever, right? On both sides. But as a couple, you're toxic. How's that working out for you? I love them for that, because guess what? They told me the same thing I'm telling you guys. No one has to comprehend nobody at all. Well, I can tell you a story. That's all I can do for you. And I would tell them, this pain, is this pain forever? They're like, no, this pain is forever if you allow it to be forever. I can't take this pain from you. Higher source, God, Buddha can't take it from you. You got to feel you feel to comprehend, you feel to evolve in life. First hard part is what? Forgive. Communication. You can't forget it. It's been written. The second hardest part is do what? Let go. Do closure for yourself. Comprehend why I failed to do comprehension. Once you can do that, you can let go of your ex, and that's your first one. Let go of your ex and all your exes, not just the current ex, all the exes. Because the universe, God, whatever term you want to use, will always test you. Why? Because your past will come to present. If you haven't let go of your exes, all of them, every single one of them will be kryptonite. You can have a new relationship, married, kids, and everything. And let's say all your exes did you wrong. Verbally abusive, physically abusive, fuckboy, fuck girls, physically whooped your ass, everything, right? And then technology, you can block people, cool. No contact. And let's say magically you're with your partner, with your new family, right? And you're at the park, and magically 5 years after the fact, your first ex from high school times, college times, sees you at the park. You both lock eyes, no like hi, nothing. Or let's say scenario, they say hi to you. They say hi to you, and your past history, they fucking whooped your ass. A fuckboy fucker destroyed the fuck out of you. And you're looking at them like, why are you telling me hi? Why you act like nothing happened? That's why I say if you don't let go of your exes, they will always be your kryptonite. Now it's your new partner, your kid, any negative trigger. I'm sad, depressed, PTSD. Guess what? Scenario: if I'm your ex, in your mansion, my neck tattoo, and after rap artist, that door pane, I own that shit. I'm eating my popcorn. I'm watching Colada Beauty. Smile on your face, living the rent free. Why do you allow me to live in your mansion rent free? Why won't you let me go? You see? I can't do it for you. I can do closure. I can do closure myself. I can realize closure to you as an ex, but you don't have to accept the closure. Well, you did me wrong. It's just that easy. Yeah, I did. Like my ex, the mother of boys. So you say it so easily because I worked on myself. What do you want to do about the past? You know, I can't do shit about the past at all. But I can verbalize, yes, the over myself. I did say that. I did do this. But here's the kicker: both of us were on a journey. We were on the healing journey. I already did my healing journey. I told, hey, you're the mother of my boys. Let me respect you right here. You're the last queen this lifetime I will ever disrobe my words as a partner. Everybody else, I hurt you with the truth. If you want to hear it, if you're not hearing the truth, the type of, yo, keep scrolling. Don't say it here. Don't talk to me. Don't reach out respectfully. Because I'm going to keep it 1,000 round real. Like, higher source, cool, say that. Say that. Whatever you believe in, but here's the kick, especially the queens. How do you have a fuckboy by your side? How's the emotion cheating? Here's the best for everybody. All this shit before the Jedi, August, and Tongan, before the DM, before the cell phone, before the physical cheating. It starts with the emotion cheating. They talk about these platforms, but they don't really verbalize it. They don't really sit on the ice to the fullest. What's emotion cheating? Nothing wrong looking, but when you're gawking like you've never seen a man or woman in your fucking life, that's called emotion cheating. And then you females, you see the guys do it, right? In Spanish, el machismo. Right? So we do machismo bullshit, being narcissistic, and you see us, you look at us, you don't even say shit, but you do what? Energy, facial expressions, body language. Now you become serious, and you catch us, right? And you don't say shit, but now we're grounded, and we're kissing on you, buying gifts and bullshit, and now you love us again. If I did it in front of your face, emotion cheating, imagine that work. That's why you're the housewife. We're bumping heads. I got the work wife, club wife. I got wives everywhere. What does everybody do? Especially one of the male sex, more narcissistic, we're raised incorrectly. We all play the role of victim to ourselves. So boo-hoo me. My girlfriend don't talk to me. She don't show me no love, respect. She don't have no no TLC, sex intercourse. I'm telling my coworkers, people in the streets, these females, they have two options for them. They give you platonic, hey, give you a lot of respect, advice, and that's it, platonic, or they can start catching feelings. They can think maybe I'm the one if they can offer more love than the wife can, than the girlfriend can. I am A, my girlfriend, which I don't have much. She's B, the co-worker, and now she become what? The August entanglements, man. I'm Will, and she's August. Entanglements. Now she becomes the work wife. But to form the whole universe, to call you the fuck out, if you know, not think, someone's going through a breakup, divorce, involve somebody, and you want to get involved, you're not a good person. Don't call yourself a good person. A religious person, a spiritual person, atheist person. You're not a good person. You know they're involved. You're not the one. Nobody is the one for nobody. You could potentially offer them a love, but they're involved with somebody. And my first baby mom taught me this shit. Her tattoo. The way you meet somebody is the way you lose somebody. So I'm in a relationship. You want to get involved with me? Becoming the work wife? Fuck it. Bet. Say that. You met me with a person, and you're gonna lose me to another person. And now, my girlfriend, how she's about to shed tears. You're about to shed tears. If you want it the hard way, I pray for you to go my dick in my life, And that's all this shit, a broken record, man. This happens every day background before any of us were born. It's just becoming now more vicious because why? The cell phone, but nobody cannot blame the cell phone. It's the owner of the cell phone. And if you worry about a cell phone relationship, your shit's over. Trust and loyalty is broken. The door's right there. Why don't you leave? Why are you scared to leave? A zillion people in the whole... Yes, you're invested. Everyone gets invested, you know? And that's the shit, and that's why I'm gonna tell my body, I want to call everybody out. Just to forewarn you, right? The longer you are with an individual, the more it's gonna hurt you, especially with the square, the more empathetic one, the more loving one. With boys and girls who are too narcissistic, they don't give a shit about this conversation. They're going to sit here, have this fuck, because obviously they'll get up, oh, fuck, nope, talking about me, I gotta go. The guilt, yeah. They're on a journey, they're on a healing journey. They're the ones that move on right away, body hopping the whole face, jump into a relationship right away. Anybody that does that shit, moves on right away, yo, they have a lot of healing to do. They're scared to feel their feelings. And remember this, you don't feel like you're winning in the beginning. There's not really no competition. But if your ex moves on right away, that's called what? A premeditated choice. There was already a relationship. And he went to that corny fucking line, babe. Which I forget the terminology. I have all these, I gotta start writing this shit down. If not, the cool thing about this is a live session, it's a live podcast, right? I can rewind time 1 billion times and watch myself when I see all these sayings. That's the cool thing about technology. Like, journaling is a lot of cool. It's cool. It's a lot of writing. My hands cramp the fuck up. I'm gonna tell you, I can type all day, but even then, that's a lot of work, physical work. What's easier? Technology. Grab your cell phone. Baby steps. Do audio blogs. When you're ready to test yourself, do video blogs. Do fucking video blogs. You're the best ever counselor in the universe. You can see if you actually being honest with yourself, keeping 1,000, or keeping 100, you're lying to yourself. You can smile, I'm good, I love the universe, I let my ex go, say all that. And then I tell people, try it for a week. And when you're ready to, rewatch yourself. You have a smart TV, smartphone, screen share that shit to your smart TV, grab your popcorn, and watch yourself. You're the, like what my brother Roscoe says that here on Bigo. He says, I think he says something like, you're the main star in your own movie. We're all unique. Every which way. Like, people make you feel good. And man, bullshit. Yeah, we all say that. Gym therapy, my tattoos, whatever I'm doing. I get another girlfriend, my best friend, the priest, my Buddhist, whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna tell my body to carry the fuck out. If people make you feel good, if man, bullshit makes you feel good, why can't you make yourself feel good? Make that shit make sense. And the answer is called what? Codependency. That's why. You need people and man, bullshit to make you feel good. So when will you actually have to do it for yourself, man? And that's why if you're in a positive matter, anyone can leave, anyone can cheat, anyone can ghost, anyone can break up with you, anyone can divorce you for whatever apparent reason. Just because you've been with your wife for 5 years and every day you told her hi. And the last day of the 5th year, you didn't tell her hi. Now she wants a divorce. Over a hi. That's her standards. That is her free will and choice. Now are you ready for the breakup? Remember, rejection, protection. If not, it's gonna hurt every single time. And this is more on the female side, respectfully. Y'all become what? Single celibate for years to be. 5 years, 10 years. The one I talked to here and there we check in type of situation. 17 years. 17 years. I told Queen, hey, I commend you, nothing against you, but I'm not doing no 17 years single celibate. And for one, just because you're celibate and they're celibate, the cool thing about celibacy is what you control your lust. That's the cool thing about it, but it does not guarantee you a healthy monogamous relationship at all, or a healthy relationship, whatever term you want to use. It doesn't. It can't. Because in the beginning, we all say the same shit. It was so good, love. And when did it start doing toxic love? It could be 90 days, it could be a year, it could be 5 years after the fact. And little by little, now it's diminishing. And cosmetically, there will always be younger, more beautiful, cosmetically better bodies. Yes, but here's the kicker. Your body can't have conversations with nobody. Your mind can. Your mind tells your mouth to move and have conversations. That's why queens, in Seattle, especially Seattle, they're extroverted. They're not shy, man. They're beautiful, exotic, cosmetically, gym brats, all that good shit, right? And we ask conversation. They'd be like, I've never heard of it that way. Like, yeah. Queen, I'm going to tell you something. Here's a scenario, right? When this guy tells you, I love you, anyone can say that bullshit. But here's the kicker. Is he dating you? Or is he dating your body? What do you mean? Scenario. Let's say he's emotionally... Let's say scenario, I'm your girl. I'm your boyfriend. And we're at the farmer's market. And you see the females here? They wear see-through everything. Literally see-through everything. And they, and I'm looking. We all can look. Yeah, that's nothing wrong looking. Yeah, she's blessed. She works out. Whatever, right? But I'm staring. Emoji in front of your face. Right? And I keep telling you, sorry, baby, whatever, do, I love you. That was just whatever, a mistake, blah, blah. But I keep telling you, I love you. No. I love you. So your chest, the peaches, love, and your butt, you. I love your body. I don't love you. And the female's like, what? That's crazy. Like, that's why it's called lust. Emotion. If you allow the emotion to happen, because you saw it, you're my housewife. I got the work wife. I got the farmer market. I got wives everywhere. You know how many females that are going through it, and they know, like my last girlfriend, right? I would tell me, yo, yeah, shoot the shot at the farmer market, and customers are watching us, right? And in Seattle, females are not shy. They'll shoot the shot, right? I'll be, hey, Queen, thanks for the comment. Just to let you know, I have a girlfriend. A lot of them, like, fuck, 60% of them, they'll be like, oh, that's okay. She don't gotta know. And I'll be like, cool, I get the concept. Here's the kicker. If I'm with you 1,000, it's wrong, real. I'm with you every which way. Just to let you know, that's, you have a lot of him to do. What? So you're gonna give me a chance no matter what if I'm with somebody else. Cool. So then I show my tattoos, right? The way you meet somebody, the way you lose somebody. So my girlfriend's gonna cry when she finds out, and you become a girlfriend when I cheat on with your best friend, your mother, and your cousin. And we'll still all go to church and say, I love God, Jesus, love Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual of your ancestors. You ready for that? And they stay quiet. Like, we have a lot of healing to do. Don't get about people at all. That's not healthy. And you're not a good person. There's a little bit of good, a lot of bad. And call them out. Well, higher source, whatever you believe on, science, do what you're about to do, what you offered. I doubt it very much, So here's the best part. They single people. But even then, you got to be very cautious if you can't control your feelings. Your energy, quote unquote, And that's the shit for everybody, man. You got to be very, very cautious you get involved with, man. If not, in this lifetime, how many bodies you going through till you finally figure it out? Till you finally comprehend what love is. And I will say this. Anyone that's, when we get older, like, the younger the better. If I was younger, I wish my parents, whomever, taught me better. If does not exist, it's been written. I wish it's been written in the past. But the cool thing about technology, where you're from behind the screen, pay it for it. Which as I was taught, pay it for the universe. That's what I do. I just tell stories. I'm not a victim. I'm not a warrior survivor. Everyone, when you start the healing journey, you go through the healing journey, victim mentality, then the awakening journey, warrior mentality, awakened journey, survivor mentality, and when you're woke, you'll know when you're woke. Now you tell stories. You're like, I don't need people at all. What? Anyone tell you I'm gonna leave? Do you want to open the door for you? Do you want to drop you off? Where do you want to go? What? Where do you want to go? Especially in relationships, in scenarios, you're used to toxic relationships, others are traumatized with the exes, and they every time I'm gonna leave. Yeah, you would fight for it. So fuck, you don't fight for toxic relationships. Fuck all that. But that toxicity to full is not. Relationships is free. Love is free. Don't cost you shit at all. You don't fight for that. You're 13 to leave. Hey, where do you want to go? I'll drop it to your parents. I was just playing. I don't play around with that. That's you got to manipulate every which way. I'm out the one. I worked on myself, healed. I don't need you, and I'll call you out, babe. Look around you. If you want to, let's go to the mall. Let's go to the gym. Let's go to Seattle. Look at all these queens, empathetic as fuck, beautiful as fuck, inside and outside, on the healing journey. They won't say anything what you're about to say, because they already know if you say that, you're so traumatized. Why gas men sell dreams? So you should start your healing journey. And it's not always competition, and that's for everybody out there. Everybody out there, man. Like, as they begin to test your lust, very fucking simple to do. Go to the gym. A lot of queens show everything, right? BBLs, OnlyFans, all that shit. Go to the fucking beaches. Go to the bikini barista stands. People are like virgins, bro. It's a female with a fucking bikini lingerie. Go to the beach. You have bikinis everywhere. If you're looking at all these females, males, whatever you're into, like you've never seen a man or woman in your fucking life, you can't do monogamy. A and B. You can't even do love. You can do toxic love. But if you realize it day one, just to let you know, I'll do poly, open, benefits, fuck buddy situations, friends, whatever term you want to use. But monogamy, I try that every time I cheat. My eyes are bigger than my mouth. I can't control my lust. Because why? My answer, I have no self-will. A lot of queens are pathetic. You tell them, hey, babe, I don't give a shit. Like, I say out to test females, right? Hey, queen, let's say scenario, you're my girlfriend, right? A potential to be. I don't care if you look at guys. And she did what they say all the time. If any female says this shit, yo, keep her. But here's the kicker. Now, can you match her energy? And she'd be like, oh, what are you talking about looking guys? Yes, there's guys walking, but all I see is you. There it is. You got to keep her. But once again, can you match her energy? Every which way. A lot of boys say they can't. They can't. We're raised incorrectly. We're too narcissistic. In the Spanish culture, machistas, narcissist. And machismo, narcissism, double standards. What's that? Especially now with social media, babe. Anyone trying to change you, that's not a good person. Because before you met this individual, you was living your life. If you were not doing anything wrong, whatever you're doing, I got my people, I chill my whatever the fuck you're chilling with. You're not doing anything wrong. Platonic love, all that shit, and then all of a sudden she rolls up, especially when the male said, babe, if the gas I manipulate, if you love me, you remove these pictures. If you love me, you stop talking to him, her, your parents. If you love me, that's gaslight manipulation, man. Don't fucking fall for that bullshit. Because before you met them, you was doing this life. I thought to everybody every which way. Don't have a lot of people to change you. And that's what they do. Hey, like, that's why it's being like, date yourself, get to know yourself. What are your boundaries? What are your love languages? What are your standards? But that's to be asking the same shit. What are your boundaries? What are your love language? What are your standards? If that's Japanese for them, elaborate yours every which way. And for warning, just to let you know, my situation all the time, Queen, just to let you know, I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. So if I'm too much for you, my energy is strong, you don't like my tattoos, then the door's right there. Please don't accept me in your life. What? You won't and you can't hurt my feelings. I don't need a partner. I want a partner. So the door is right there. Don't sell yourself a dream. Don't pray about manifest. No, this is the way I am as a being. This is the way I carry myself. And I'm not changing for nobody. There's no more changing for me to do. I keep it black. I live black and white. I think black and white. I do black and white. You talk about feelings, I got you. Higher source, I got you. But once again, you don't have to comprehend me at all. At all. That is your choice, free will. If you believe higher source can do it for you, every which way, respect and say this, how's that working out for you? And that's good for you as one individual. You could be a beautiful individual. I love God, Buddha, whatever. That's awesome for you as one being. But what about the person by your side? Oh, thank you, Tiny, for the gifts. Thank you. What about the person by your side? That's the shit for everybody. What about the person by your side? If you want healthy relationships, it's two-sided. Communication, comprehension, best as possible. Best as possible. No one's perfect, we have flaws, but that's what I say to everybody, the potential to be like, what's your lifestyle like? What do you do? What's your everyday life? What's your energy like? What's your universe like? What? Because if I date you, I'm going to date all you, your family and friends, but I want to make sure that we can be good as a couple, but let's say your family's too toxic, your friends are toxic, just to let you know, it's not going to work out, especially when we have these deep conversations, and then your friend's like, oh, like I hear it all the time, you're changing my friend, you're changing my people. Like, I'm not changing nobody. We just have conversations. I'm just having think a little bit more, a little deeper about themselves. Like when my homegirl's looking, she's like, oh, her friends give me shit. Like she was better before she met you, and I was like, she was partner kicking and being wild like you guys. You guys are both on a journey, being wild as fuck. Now she's doing a healing journey, and now she's being more observant. You can blame me if that makes you feel better. I didn't put a gun to her head. I'm not responding to it. I'm not about it. You have to change. You have to work. That is your choice if you will. Do whatever you want to do. I just talking vibe. You used to open your mouth. I'm sad, depressed. My father's talking shit. Well, it's not easy to father. Does your father talk about feelings? No. A lot of men are taught to talk about our feelings. Have these open mind conversations. We're just the providers. Man, the fuck up. Work hard. Suppress your feelings. And then these queens will give us 1,000 chances, not 1,001. So what happens? Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, she checks the fuck out. It doesn't matter how she could leave, ghost, divorce, cheat. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because all the times you made her cry and stress the fuck out. Guess what? Now it's your turn. And that's just the first time you shed tears. And now, oh shit, she's for real. It's over. Yeah, it's gonna suck, man. Trust. I was there 5 years ago, man. Breakups suck every which way because of codependency. I need a partner. Nobody needs nobody else. Kids. I'm a single father. Kids need their parents for now. You're a kid. Will eventually become a little teenager, a young adult, leave the household. And the idea, I tell my kids, the idea is to you maintain the matrix, you survive this shit. You're gonna deal with other people older than I am. They can act nice, be narcissistic, these bad girl, fuck-boy fuck roles, or they could be empathetic, these nice roles. But everybody has their terminology, the way of living. To forewarn you, everything will change when you have the person by your side, because everyone said the same shit once again. In the beginning, as the relationship was good, lovey-dovey and bullshit, right? Love. And when the shit got so toxic love, then when they cheat on you, ghost you, divorce you, break up with you, right? Now you can't, these bills don't stop for nobody. You can't go to college, you can't go to work, right? And then you have fucking these heartbreaks. Just to let you know, it's wrong terminology. Your heart is just an organ that pumps blood. You're having emotional breakdowns, anxiety attacks, depression, no motivation, stressing about one person. Now you can't go to work. You're about to fucking lose schooling, your job, everything because one person in the whole fucking universe. And don't worry, I was you. Was past tense. I want her to become you again. Nope, I don't need a partner. I want a partner. That's the shit for everybody. I tell all my kids, anyone trying to do this healing journey or journey in general, wise trying relationships. Well, it's the person by your side. Just to let you know. That's gonna make your life, relations make you, break you, definitely destroy you. And look around you, a zillion people. And everyone's happy either in toxic relationships or healthy relationships. But then when you go home alone, nothing's wrong being alone. Initially, yes, it is scary. It is very scary. Because once again, people in healthy relationships or toxic relationships, when they go home, they got a body by their side or bodies. They got families, these nephews, roommates. You're by yourself, all alone for your first time. It's scary as fuck, and that's why initially the healing journey is hard to start. Fuck these feelings. You know what? Whatever relationship you get into, whatever friends you be toxic or healthy, fuck it. They don't talk to me, but at least tonight I know where they're at. Can we see the back tattoo? Oh, you want to see my back tattoo? Yeah. Let me see. Real fast. What you gonna call it? I'll show it. Oh fuck. It's right here. I'm still working on it. So, I got a lot to go. Basically, what I'm doing is, we're always a Catholic, right? Christian scenario, but for the religious people, after I finish all the words, which I gotta go this week to make an appointment with my boy. So, face my left side, the bottom of the cross, and then it will be the outside of all this cross will be an outline of the cross. So the religious people, when they see these pictures, they see my tattoos on these platforms, they hear about my tattoos. God, Jesus, like, well, it mentions God, Jesus, but it mentions everybody. But it's my healing. My healing notes to everybody to call everybody out. What do you mean? Well, if you want, you can take pictures. If you want, I can forward you pictures, hire email address, text you, whatever. Now read these words in the cross. And then from there, wise, on the outside of the cross, I'm going to, like me on the top side, potentially, the 50-50 shot, I'm going to get a little, maybe a picture of Buddha. Because especially, like, Jesus did his time at 30, I think, like, what, 32, 33 years old. If he would have been still alive, lived longer, obviously he would have more stories to tell. Buddha, respectfully, and Muhammad, I know a little bit about him. I'm studying. I don't know too much as far as the ETA time frame, but that I've noticed so far studying Buddha, for 45 years of his life, he told the same story to everybody. I love the way he speaks analogy, metaphors. He'd be like, check out, I'm the doctor, you're my patient, you're sick, right? And obviously you go through your feelings, your mental health nowadays. That's the terminology, mental health, right? So my teachings is the medicine. I'm going to give it to you. You do whatever you want with it. Take it or whatever. And here's the way he was, because obviously everyone has their own tolerance, Like, me, I'm very patient. Like me, you can have the same story 1,000 times, 1,000,000,000 times. I'm not going to be guessing what John, Maria's been, we had the same conversation 5 years now, and just to forewarn you, you have real support teams. I won't let you drown. We won't let you drown. People that still in somewhat, real support teams. And that is their choice, if you will. They can cut you off, dead ass. They can cut you off, or they can tell you, check out, whatever you are, sister, mother, cousin, right? Babe, I love you, right? But if you're not talking about your ex, I don't want to hear it. Just to let you know, if you call me, text me, anything about your ex, because I already heard it for whatever, 6 months, a year, whatever it is, it could be whatever their time frame. I won't respond to you. I'll hang up on you. What? Just because? Yes, I'm tired of hearing it. Move on. If they don't know how to elaborate more, remember that is their choice, if you will. So to forewarn you, and to the point where that everyone pushes you away, because guess what? Let's say they're going through their traumas, or they're happy on the overall, they don't want to hear it. They might be in a journey, a little bit of the healing journey. I've been there, trust, man. They feel like, bro, all you talk about is her. In the beginning, the healing journey, all your energy is on your ex, especially when kids are involved. It hurts you more because now you don't want to see the person. I don't want this guy growing my kids. As long as the potential partner of your ex to be is a positive person, empathetic person, then that's okay. They treat him good, and the kid as best as possible. No one's perfect about flaws, but I told my ex-wife, if he's my type is a circle, a bad boy, fuck boy, machista, narcissistic boy from the street, who's de la calle, all my terminology, then you not have problems. I'll definitely see you in court. How about this? Have the kids on my side. We do co-parent. You can see him whenever you want, but I always see his energy. He can fucking whoop your ass, be a fuck boy to you as an individual, not on our kids, And that's it for everybody. People on the journey, they don't see energy. As they being, all I see is energy. Coding talk, computer talk, the major talk on my tattoos, all I see is 3 codes. Squares, empathetic people, all you nice and naturals, whatever you claim to be, religious, spiritual, atheist, whatever you believe it, right? You're a positive person. Circles, all you bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girls. And the last code is what? All you zombies. Addicts and addiction. Me as a being, I won't definitely date no zombie. Respect and say that. Addicts and addiction. Nor circle. She's too broke and too toxic. I talk to a lot of them, and they're trying to work themselves. Like, why are you talking to me for? Just to hold you and guide you, queen. You can change your life. Anybody can change your life whenever they want to. It's not ever too late. But when you get older, you be like, damn, I wish I was younger. It's been written. Can't read one time. If my parents taught me, how can your parents teach you better if they wasn't taught better? That's what it's called, what? The generational cycle. Only you can break. Only for as one being, you're the only one that can break the generational cycle. You can't do it for nobody else but you. And from there, guys, pay it forward. I pay it forward to my 8 kids and to you guys, everyone behind the screen, face to face, instead of Washington. You know, see my tattoos talking vibe. That's why the Queen, especially on the west side, say I'm my tattoos. You know, because why? They're like, man, they're just words. Yeah, they're just words. That's the cool thing about them. From there, wise, you can look at them, take pictures, whatever you want to do with them. We could talk about them, you know. But you do whatever you want with these words. But all these words are positive, negative words. They're triggered in a positive manner, which is cool. Nothing wrong with positivity. But if it's negativity, why it's negative, it takes your energy. Why? You was having a good day, child trauma. You haven't let your parents go. Your parents, yeah, it sucks. But here's the kicker. Like anyone telling you talk shit like right, they'd be like, choose better. I'm gonna tell my bodies and my bags and say, choose better. ... How can you choose better if you don't know better? Make that make sense. And what do? We point the fingers. Blame my parents and caregivers. My parents should have taught better. How can your parents teach you better if they wasn't taught better? Make that make sense. And the answer is what? We're all stuck on what? The generational cycle. Everyone in the universe is stuck on that shit initially. Only you as one being can break it. I can't do for you. Higher source can't do for you. Only you do for you. But we can hold you and guide you. That's a positive. I promise you that. We can at least do that, you know. But I'm about to put some clips, guys, because I'm going to go on. And I apologize if I speak fast. Mumble slow. I'm very exhausted. I'm trying to speak a lot slower. That's why you see me fluctuate fast, slow. I'm doing better than before, but respect when I say this, when I speak like quote unquote normal, a lot slower, I feel like I say this all the time. I feel like I'm not the word retard, but you know, like I'm treating you as like you're dumb, like you know, like you're really slow. But it's that's why it's hard for me to speak like normal, quote unquote. And it's not really an excuse. That's why everybody mirrors everybody. Before I didn't speak like this initially in my life. My first baby mom's raised, you know, she's from Venezuela. I'm raised in, you know, New York, East Coast. So that's why you hear some words. It's not East Coast. That's not my words. That's her words. East Coast words. And Hispanics, Mexicans, for the most part, speak a lot slower. Hell of a lot slower than I do, right? That's my family's used to me now. But prior, they'd be like, bro, like, I don't really speak in Spanish, but I don't know what you're saying. You sound like a Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban. I don't like Latinos and stuff. So that's why in Seattle, my buddies are Latinos and stuff. Like, bro, like, chill out in Spanish. Tell me, you know, hey, we can't slow down for you, man. We speak like this naturally. Either you stay behind or you catch up with us or try to catch up with us. And little by little, that's what Latinos think. Like, you PR, you DR. Like, nah, Chicano, what's Chicano? Mexican American. Oh, you're Mexican? Yeah, that's crazy. You may sound like one of us. Like, yeah, tell another story. My first baby moms, that's why. That's why everybody mirrors everybody. All this bullshit, especially in TikTok, therapy accounts, they'd be like, you know, only narcissists mirror. Everybody mirrors everybody. If you have kids, nieces and nephews, let's say your family member has like, you know, 5 kiddos. The youngest one mirrors every kid mirrors each other. The parents, whomever, whatever age, whatever kid they are. Like my kid, you know, that's number 8. You know, he mirrors everybody. You know, myself, his pops on his side, you know, and his moms and all his siblings. That guy, I watch him like, bro, yeah, like everybody. Like I'm saying, like it's all in front. All the answers in front of your face. I promise you 1,000. All the red flags and answers in front of your face. You just don't know that yet, at all, because no one taught you this shit. The healing journey. What's the healing journey? That's what I tell the customer at the farmers market. You know, we're in Seattle, right? I heard, you know, 5 years ago, lost my second family. I heard the term in 2000, empath, narcissist. You know, the healing journey. So what I do 5 years ago, Google YouTube, and once again, I tell everybody the same story. Like my fucking mind was blown. Like all these fucking years, man. So my first baby mom was too narcissistic. I was too empathetic, you know, and that's the reason why opposites attract. Every which way, and I pray it by manifest. You can do that all the fuck you want. Respect is not gonna work in your favor. You have to comprehend that. If you believe that God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual, your ancestors can change your partner magically one day, you have to wake up and they love you like you love them, just to let you know it's not going to work in your favor. Because that could take 2, 5, 30 years from now. In 30 years, they finally changed. Cool. A for effort, positive, finally changed. God did it. You can say that, but what happened between 20 years? How many baby mom, baby fathers do they have? How many times they whoop your ass? How many times they come back and forth, the trombones? But finally, 20 years. Like, fuck that shit. That's when this lifetime at 39 years old, 5 years ago, blessed, 18 at heart, I just turned 44. Nothing against my exes, my past pain, my toxic love, trauma, child trauma, none of them. because all of us were on the healing. I mean, we're all on a journey, not a healing journey. Nobody taught us any of these conversations. A lot of my exes, a lot of family and friends were Catholic Christians, and nothing wrong with religion at all. The downfall, respect, when I say this, like maybe on this platform, I'll play him in a minute. Johnny Chang, I would love to speak to him every which way, because once again he preaches about the Bible, religion, God, Jesus, which is beautiful. Nothing wrong with that at all. But once again, I add it to everybody. I go to church, meet a beautiful queen from church, but she could be narcissistic. She could be a bad girl, fuck girl. And we met at church. She believes in God. We read the Bible together. A for fucking effort. But obviously, we're opposites attract. Energy, she's negative. I'm positive. So what I'm gonna say? Oh well, Jesus, one day magic will change her. Potentially, not today, not tomorrow, not a week from now. I've been with her 2 months. It's not getting better. Been 4 months. It's not getting better. She's doing the same shit. There it is. So what? And God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe. It's like, yo, King, the door's right there. What? You go to church, right? There's no other queen. I'm not saying go body hop in the whole face or jump into relation by the way, but there's no other female, other queen in that church. That's in the healing journey. They can match energy. And she's the only one in the whole universe. Fuck it, stay there. I get a free one choice, every which way. And that's why I'm gonna tell my back to God, everybody out. Because respectfully, no one says a lot of shit that I'm saying. To keep it simple, black and white, you and I have what do I say? No, take it back to back. Every day you bug down, we all got free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To be empathetic, the natural, to be narcissistic, the bad boy, bad girl, fuck girl. A premeditated choice. Where you are not changing, you are choosing. Black and white, straight to the point. No use of therapy, debate, what? What do you want to be? We're all fucking light switches. Today, I'm a nice guy, loving guy, love the universe, read the Bible, Allah, Buddha, right? Tomorrow, wake the fuck up, fuck the universe, down with my feelings, down the bad boy, fuck boy. But I can say verbally, I love God. On these platforms, I fucking have my Bible passages, Muhammad, Allah, the universe, all these posts, actions speak loud in the words. Every which way, that's everybody. Don't fall for these people's fucking bullshit, man. Just because they speak this shit, and they post this shit, awesome, A for effort. That's communication. Now observe them, study them to do comprehension. No one has to speak to nobody at all. Study my eyes, my facial expressions, my tone of voice, my energy, the way I treat others, the way I treat myself, body language. And that scenario, I'm verbally abusive to people at Starbucks, homeless people and shit, but then, yo, queen, I see her, yo, queen, you're beautiful. And you saw me doing that shit. And then, oh my God, she's talking to me. Oh, you're about to get destroyed, queen. My saying to the whole universe, because no one really says this shit once again. I can act nice, be narcissistic. I could be nice, be empathetic. Queens, if you know what that means, I can destroy you. Especially if I try and bond you, I own you. I'm your slave master. I say, fuck your feelings, and you're my slave. You won't say, fuck my feelings. You won't even match my energy. You won't even do reverse psychology, because being mean to me is a sin. It's wrong. I was you. It's 2025 times. It's not Jesus times. Fuck that shit. It's called match energy. Reverse psychology. My mom told the whole universe, if you play dumb, I'll play dumber. If you play stupid, I'll play stupider. If you can't the words, please don't open your mouth. I promise you 1,000, I will traumatize you. And your man to your head, I will add door pain. And you don't have to know my name. Every day, Bogan, you wake up, fuck that guy with tattoos. How many more days, weeks, months, years to be gonna be saying that shit? Why would you allow me to add a door of pain in your match in your head? Make that shit make sense. Especially when I'm nobody, I don't know you. I'm a person behind the screen, I'm a person in the street. I don't know you, I hurt you. I did my job. Respectfully, I'm about to say some clips real fast.
Last heartbreak. What did you learn from your last heartbreak?
There is a huge difference between love and compatibility. Because you can fall in love with someone and it's not meant to be, but you can also get along perfectly with someone and you can't force love. And it's a pretty agonizing feeling either way when you only have one.
At what point did you realise with your previous partner that was just the one?
There was some cheating involved.
Damn.
I think people get blinded by the fact that there are gorgeous people and there are fun people, but it doesn't mean that what you have is less. To have something that is consistent and true and real is so special. I have regrets in the sense that I could see something was wrong. I'm always driven by my heart, not my head. You can see things are going wrong and you still choose to stay because of the love. And it's really sad when you kind of throw away your self-respect in order for like hoping that something will continue. When you're more banking on the idea of like what that person is in your mind versus how their actions are speaking.
And what she's saying is beautiful. She, I'm assuming she's like 19, 20, early 20s, young, fresh, right? And all that she's saying, that's overjudgment. So everyone is too empathetic. Everyone's too empathetic. What is your flaw? You're too empathetic. You're too nice. You're too gullible. You're too called what? People pleasers. In our heads, in our fucking heads, the whole universe is fucking Care Bears. We all get along every which way. Physically, how's that shit working out for you? So in our head with the partners that are toxic and my first baby moms in our heads, she said hope, right? The last word, I don't manifest respect for you, so I pray but I will manifest. Like what she was doing, that higher source magic, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, her ancestors will magically wake up her partner, and he loves her like she loves him. Yeah, she found the hard way. That's why I say all the time, your heart is just communication. It's toxic love. When you make decisions with your heart, feelings, empathy, sympathy, you will always find you safe. You will always self-sabotage your life. You will sell yourself a dream not knowing. Because no one taught you this shit. What? Your mind, once again, is what? Love, comprehension. That's why your mind and your heart are always clashing with each other. Your mind says, leave. You deserve better. Your heart says, no, I pray, but I manifest. Yes, God can do it. Allah, Buddha, the universe. I'll do these rituals. I'll do sages. I'll do these spells. Yeah, I do all that shit. How's that working out for you? Everyday bug down, black and white shit to the point which, once again, that's on IG. All this shit I'm saying, that's robotic. It's my words. I keep it simple. I copy all my shit, my cell phones, copy and paste, copy and paste. And I get all the likes all the time, especially from the queens. Everyday bug down, we all free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To be empathetic, the nice guy, nice girl. To be narcissistic, the bad girl, fuck by fuck girl. A premeditated choice where you are not changing, you are choosing. Every simple little phrase that will be tied on my body. Eventually make shirts and hoodies. All of you like write a book respectfully. And when I say this all the time, I hear it all the time, write a book, I go respectfully, what am I gonna write about? My child trauma, my breakups and bullshit. Respectfully, anyone that talks about that, you tell my story. Every which way. A lot of us have very, very similar stories, right? Some others got worse, other shit. I'll keep it simple, right? But on the overall, when it comes to toxic relationships, we got destroyed. They sold us a dream, and we can point the finger, because, it's initially easy to point the finger. My parents fucked me over, my ex fucked me over, my baby mom. Say all that, point the finger. Point the finger, the victim mentality. Nothing wrong with the victim mentality, but for how many more months, years, babies to be, where you do the victim mentality. And then if you bring your past to present, then what happens? Hurt people. Not attention to what we do. Heal people, what we do, we heal people. God for one, you should fall back with the healing journey. I know they make you feel good. Energy's beautiful, but here's the kicker. They're ready for a relationship. They're offering love. You can say that, but I know you. I've been watching on social media. You just went through a breakup a month ago, divorce a month ago. They've been on a healing journey. You're barely starting the healing journey. And then if you want to bring your past to present, go for it. If you want to bring your trauma to your new partner, go for it. And then when you self-sabotage relationship, because there's two versions of saying this line, this phrase, which said on my body for a reason. The negative version, when you bring the past to present and you bleed on others that didn't cut you, you would say this: you are just like my ex. You're about to self-sabotage your relationship and watch your new partner's energy fucking change every which way. Or you say, hey, the positive version, hey baby, I'm still working on myself. Like that phrase, the way you acted, my ex, it would trigger me. That's why you see my energy shift. I'm so traumatized. That's a positive, That's a positive. Don't do the negative, man, because it's gonna you're gonna push them away. Or the match energy, you play stupid and they're playing stupid. And that's for everybody out there. Here's a kick for everybody, just for everybody. Pardon me. Anybody can make time for anybody. Love is consistent, straight as a fucking arrow. Anybody can make time for anybody. Everyone has the bullshit excuses. Why are you messing with them? Why I like them? Yeah, you like them. They verbalize that they like you, but actions speak louder than the words. So I do so many one-on-ones. I tell my queens all the time. I text them. Cool. Do a little homework for yourself. Ready for it? What you gonna call it? Let's say scenario, he texts and you always respond right away. So match his energy. Let's say he takes 5 minutes to respond, then do what he's doing. And then he's gonna call you, hey babe, before you always respond, why don't you respond right away? And just tell him, well, I'm just matching your energy. Yes, I always respond, but here's the kicker. I always respond, you don't. excuse me, I can make time for you, so why can't you make time for me? So from now on, I'm gonna match your energy. So whatever time you take, I'm taking the same time. Reverse psychology, match energy. You know?
Good morning. I'm Mr. Barr. Listen up, I have one rule. Just one. If you don't wish to be here, don't come.
Dude, what does that mean?
It's not dude, it's Mr. Barr. The S is silent.
You're fucking gay.
Marcus, shut up.
No, you shut up, you dyke bitch.
Hey, Marcus, guess what?
What?
You're free to leave.
Like right now?
Like right now.
Alright, yeah, I'll catch you later, man. What the fuck? Do you want me to go to the dean's office?
I don't care where you're going. Everyone pull out a sheet of paper. I would like to assess where your individual writing skills
What if
are.
we ain't got no paper?
Okay, here's the situation. You're dead, all right? Write a brief but detailed essay about...
Hey, jackass, I asked you a fucking question.
About what a friend or a parent might say about you during your funeral, okay? You have 30 minutes.
Oh, shit. I asked you a motherfucking question, didn't I?
Anything else?
Back the fuck up. Fucking write this shit.
That bag, it doesn't have any feelings. It's empty. I don't have any feelings you can hurt either, okay? I understand you're angry. I used to be very angry too, okay? I get it. You have no reason to be angry with me because I'm one of the few people that's here trying to give you an opportunity. Now, I'm going to ask you to just sit down and do your best, and I'll give you a piece of paper. How's that?
Can I get a fucking pen, too?
Why'd you throw Marcus out of class but not Jerry?
Well, I had to make an example out of somebody. You know, Marcus verbally assaulted you. That's not allowed in my classroom. And what they say to me is immaterial. What's your name?
Meredith?
Nice to meet you, Meredith.
So you really don't care what the kids say to you?
Perhaps I've gotten used to it.
I wish I could be that strong.
It doesn't take strength, Meredith. You gotta understand that unfortunately most people lack self-awareness. You should really keep that in mind as you head into the trenches of second period. You'll meet them again at every age.
I don't know what that movie clip's from, but it's deep. That's the middle school and high school. I teach everybody, words, remember these words, these conversations, these languages have no feelings at all. So how's the universe and the feelings about things have no feelings at all? Make that make sense? So anyone that bullies is not a good person. I keep it simple, black and white. I don't give a shit what you claim to be. If you're intentionally bullying people, don't say you're a good person, religious person, spiritual person, atheist person. You're not a good person. A little bit of good, a lot of bad. And when it goes to middle school, high school, everything starts from home. Everything starts from home every which way. Everyone's fucking traumatized. You can have a badass, empathetic family, loving neighborhood. Good shit, right? But then when you go to school, why are they bullying you? I teach all my kids, like that ass. Like, yo, anytime you get bullied, tell your mother, father on your side, and then tell me, I'll let you know. I'll talk to school. And I want to figure out who's bullying you, and then from there figure out the parents. Like maybe they say, well, the person that's bullying you, well, they don't have a mother, they don't have a father. Well, there it is, child trauma. They cannot speak on any of that personal experiences for parents. They have a parent. There's no co-parenting. The mother father's a Debbie mother, Debbie father. There it is. They're angry every which way. And they'll say their mother father mistreating them. There it is. Everything's starting at home. That's what I'm saying. When someone telling about it to call everybody out, it's gonna say, life's hard. We all say the same shit. Life's hard, life's a bitch. Everyone's stuck on the generation cycle initially, right? I'll keep it simple. The generation cycle. The bullies that bullied you are getting bullied at home. The parents in toxic relationships are bullying each other. The top relationships make you, break you, they destroy you. One person came in your life. You sold them a dream. They sold you a dream. That's why life became hard. Black and white. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I look at my little kids, especially young ones, right? And all the young ones talk to them. They're living life. They ain't worried about these petty ass feelings, depression, anxiety, PTSD, none of this breakups and bullshit. They're living life. They offer unconditional love. Why think you're not supposed to do that? But let's say you're really physically abused to your kid, right? And you love them, quote unquote, and you religious, spiritual, whatever bullshit term you want to say, right? And then you're being mean to your kid. Your kid can cry, shed tears, but they might verbally or mentally say, they hate you, but it's not this. They don't sit in that pain forever. They move the fuck on. They be sweating tears, black eye and everything, right? And still play with their family, friends type of situation, move the fuck on. Simple as that, The parents, like my parents, a lot of parents, be beefing and bullshit. Oh, the house is loud. We stay outside playing bullshit till the house comes down. And when you go in there, you fucking, they might still have tension, whatever. You go to your room, turn the TV on, zone the fuck out. You don't sit on those feelings. Kids are stronger than adults, for now. Because all the shit I tell everybody, I'm a single fucking kids. Yo, you have no respect and say that, kids are a blessing, also a lesson. But you have no kids, they fucking run. Do you believe, especially relationship is fucking toxic. You believe having a kid, getting married to make it better? If you want to join the baby mom, baby father divorce club, or stay in the fucking become a toxic ass family and do for the kids, religion, culture, because your parents did it, then so be it. I pray for the universe. I go my day. I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. Why should I? That's why I go live for you guys, for everybody. I just tell stories. Nobody has to comprehend me. That's why I play these clips. All my tattoos. It's a map to life. It's for the healing journey. To figure out life today, not tomorrow. And once again, you don't have to comprehend me. You have to comprehend nobody at all. That is your choice, if you will. But once again, to form you, it's the person by your side. You keep be empathetic, nice, religious, spiritual, whatever you claim to be as a being. What about the potential to be? Can they match your energy? Or will they take your... Initially, everybody matches energy. But as a kicker before that, are they empathetic-wise? They are for love. If they're too narcissistic, they are for toxic love. You just don't know that yet,
Husband, right? I don't know him yet. Maybe I do. I have one husband, right? I don't know him yet. Maybe I do. I don't know. I don't know where he's at. But like, I have my husband somewhere that God has for me. If a man and I broke up, he's not my husband. Clearly. Yeah. Why would I be sad over a man that's not my husband? I don't know you. Like, you know what I mean? That's
you have your confidence in the Lord.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. You know what I mean? And it's also about practicing detachment. That's why the only thing that you can love truly is Jesus and God and not the world. Because once you put your identity in anything other than Jesus, it can be taken from you. And when it's taken from you, it absolutely wrecks you.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean? And so it's just like detachment. Detach from that person. That's not my man. That's not my girl. God has somebody. I bless them. I love them. God protect them and send them on their way. That's it.
She makes it sound easy, but once again, easier than done. And once again, whatever highest source you believe in, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual ancestors, nothing's wrong with that. But to forewarn you, it's the person by your side, every which way. And every breakup with her, initially, if you're on a journey, if you're on the healing journey, you're trying to detox from codependency, you don't need your partner. You want your partner. Each breakup will become easier. To the point you're like, once again, everyone has their own grieving journey. I'm not knocking on you, but I'll be nice and give you, especially religious, spiritual, whatever you claim to be. I'll give you 2 months tops to shed tears. After that, months, years, you have a lot of healing to do. A lot of healing to do. And I'll throw in your face all the time. Who knows? For sure, make shirts and hoodies. Maybe it's head on me to call everybody out. A zillion people in the whole fucking universe. Why are you stressing about one? And yes, I get it. I was you. Everyone initially the victim mentality. What did we all say? I'll use myself as an example. My first baby mom, I gave her 12 years of my life. Yes, victim mentality. When we start the healing journey, more the awakening journey, awakening, eventually woke journey, now we say, we give each other 12 years of our time. To call everybody out, to warn you, you and I cannot get nor buy back what God Almighty cannot give back to us. What is it? Love, time, feelings. When you comprehend that, why do you waste your love, your time, your feelings around people around you, especially by your side as a partner? Make that make sense. Shots fired. Black and white. Look at that. No years of therapy. Counseling. No years. You can't get it back. You can't buy it back. God can't get back to you. Been straight to the point, black and white. Nobody says this shit. That little saved me time in my body. And once again, made my shirts and hoodies. And when people see that, what God can do for me, then tell God to get rid of this pain. And once he does get rid of this pain, I don't want to ever see you. And you can say, God did for me the miracle. Say that. Do that. Right? Higher source. And then when magically, either I know you personally face to face or behind social media, I'm a follow, whatever, and I see you get in another toxic love, broken, codependent relationship, I'm going to call you out, make a comment, yo, king, queen. But you said God did it for you. He gave you that miracle. So how the hell are you in another toxic love, broken, codependent relationship? How did they sell you a dream? How did you fall on your face? You see? It's all on you, not nobody else. We hold you and guide you for one you, but that is your choice for will. The door is right there. You can leave it whenever you want to.
Is single and they're Christian to avoid someone that's a... Would you say
and this is Johnny Chan. Should you avoid non-believers? Religious talk.
Someone is single and they're Christian to avoid someone that's a non-believer?
Not necessarily, but I think you have to pursue with purpose and intention. There has to be an end goal. Because at the end of the day, we're called to walk in truth, but people like focus on chemistry. Oh, I have chemistry, it feels good. But at the end of the day, feelings change, looks change, attraction changes. If that's your driving factor, your relationship will go out the window too once things change. So your heart has to be rooted in, are we both walking towards God? And if we're not, is there at least an opportunity that they will somehow walk towards God? Are they receptive? Are they people who listen? And even if it's dialogue, if they're willing to have dialogue, not a monologue. A lot of people, they fold when it comes to these types of things. Oh, well, I like her because she's attractive. Or they operate out of fear. Oh, well, this is a person who I care and I don't think I'll find anyone like them. So they're compromising their calling, they're compromising the covenant so that they can feel comfortable in their flesh. They're trading those things. And that's actually not a good thing, because then they'll fold under everything, under any kind of pressure.
Facts. Me personally, well, once again, to each their own, like, I say match energy, but as a being, it depends on your mentality, right? If you're open-minded enough, patient enough, we have this conversation. My scenario, born as a Catholic, call me Christian, right? And I'm a spiritual person, right? So people, I can be whatever I want to be, first and foremost. It says a potential to be, and she's atheist. Like, my last potential, she, I think she raised up a little religion, but she's atheist. Like, well, that's cool. So that don't bother you? Like, why would it bother me? I tell you, before I meet anybody, right? This is what I say, like, they have their own life and their own universe. So the potential to be, once again, I'm going to date her and the universe, her universe. So I'm going to ask her day one, off the rip, like, yo, like, what's your everyday life? What do you believe in? Like, I'll play these little scenarios. I'm going to play these clips, I want to see what mentality is at. If you're ready for love. Because everybody verbalize, I'm ready for love. I want a relationship, marriage, and bullshit. Like, yeah, kids, family, say all that. In the beginning, everybody relationships, for the most part, like 99% of the fucking time, it starts with love. Like the Bible, in the beginning, it was so good, right? And then 10 days later, 5 months later, a year later, it becomes toxic. So when did it go from love in the beginning to toxic love? When did all the red flags start happening? If you know what red flags are, when they start passing boundaries, if you know what boundaries are, so on and so on, not then. We're both in a journey, not a healing journey. So once again, that's why I tell everybody, fall back, be alone, have a real support team, date yourself. Now study what are your boundaries, what are your love languages, what are your standards. Once you comprehend that, the potential to be asking the same thing. They might not know this conversation, never heard the terminology, and just verbalize, well, this is my boundaries, this is my standard love languages. And they can still look at it, I don't understand anything you just told me. Now, what are you choosing? What are you doing to give them a chance? You're cosmetically beautiful. Yeah, cosmetically, but your mind tells your mouth to move and have these words come out. So you're going to date the body or the mind? Or the whole package, That's what I say all the time. I don't deal with women in the healing journey, preferably healed. Girls, they're on a journey. No, respectfully. But I for one them, if you want to give all me, I'm just letting you know my energy is too strong for you. But just to let you know, day one, that door is there for both of us. I can leave, you can leave. But my energy is too strong for you. Don't have to wait. Care myself, my energy, all my tattoo. What's up, Carl? How's it going? Then guess what? You don't have to stay here. That is your choice if you will. How you doing, Mano? How's your weekend? How's everything? How's vacation starting? If it's starting.
Right one. Be the right one. Before finding the right one, be the right one. Go do the work.
Psychology tells us that we actually heal in relationship, not alone. What do you think about that?
It's true to a certain extent. If I'm broken and I go and I meet the right man, my soulmate, and I'm broken, I will lose the man. So before finding the right one, be the right one. Go do the work. And when you attract your partner, you attract a mirror. And that mirror shows you your problems. It's unfair to know that you have some issues and you walk into a relationship with dirty shoes. It's not fair for me to bring my trauma to a man's life and to hurt him with it. Take the time off and go. Do the healing. And only when you choose to do this is when you love yourself. Flying, buying bags, buying cars is beautiful. It's fun.
Yeah.
Everybody loves these fun things, the 3D things. But the truth is, that's not self-love. That's entertainment.
Hey, Mano, how are you, blessed king? Everything good here? Music therapy? There you go. Taking a quick break. There it is. Awesome. How's the music therapy going? That's badass, man. I tell you the idea of fall. Reach out to you, fly out to you, show me around the block. But yeah, no, everything's good on my side. Hey, what's up, Nana? How you been? How's it going? But yeah, we should say, like, tell people, okay, like, if you're gonna be in the healing journey, which is beautiful, right? You started. That's good. And the potential to be, if they're in the healing journey, match energy, but the intent to do communication, comprehension on both sides. So it's a two-sided relationship as possible. And triggers. Talk about all this, or if you want to do opposite track, you're on a healing journey, they're on a journey. That's why I pretty soon the title here, all the letters, a journey, a healing journey. Then do opposite track, and let toxicity begin, and everyone says the same shit in the beginning. In the beginning, like the Bible, the relationship was good, love. Then it was to toxic love. When did it start going to toxic love? After following everybody else on the journey. If you meet someone on the healing journey, they don't gotta verbalize this shit, but you say energy is strong. You can be like, you think you're Mr. Know-It-All, like, or Mr. Know-It-All, like, no, like, I worked on myself. I used to feel like you. I'm elaborating. And they can let you know. And remember this, rejection protection. If you keep doing what you're doing, say what you're saying, I'm going to get up and leave. You ready for that? Are you ready for breakup? Can you handle rejection? If you can't handle rejection, you have a lot of healing to do to warn you. Don't jump into a relationship right away. Take your time. If not, then fucking play the rhythm until it stops, or boo-hoo me once again. And when people tell you what happened, that's why if people in the healing journey, the intent we have these conversations. At least I do, I play my scenario, myself as a being. I do speed dating, have the potential to be like the shoot the shot, yo queen. Go to all my platforms. What do I post? What do I talk about? And based off that, you go to your platforms, all of them. What do you post and what do you talk about? Do you believe, based off social media, not even a verbal conversation, that we'll get along on the overall? That we'll be decent on the overall. And don't overlove, overthink. Cute couple, marriage and babies and stuff. No, you're deep in the rabbit hole. You're deep in the future, because if you can't rejection and tell you, yo, queen, thank you for shooting shot, that's awesome. Takes a lot of strength and courage, give yourself pride, but just to let you know, there won't be us. There can't be us. But if you want to try this and fall on your face, we can do this. And I'm forewarning you, it's not going to work out. In my situation, all these tattoos, if these petty words trigger you, and I tell you, it's your queen is tatted on my body, and you still want to shoot your shot, why? I'm sleeping like a baby and you see my tattoos, and what are you going to do? Verbally, mentally, fuck his tattoos. That's the only thing I love everything about Riddle but his tattoos. But that word, but that phrase. Why are you doing the but? Like, why are you accepting me in your life? A zillion queens in the whole universe, why are you accepting me? One, don't stress about me. Keep pushing, That's why I tell everybody, as a being, rejection is protection. Study yourself, get to know yourself. If you got to reject, remember that you can shoot your shot. No one has to say yes. Or they can lie to you and say yes, but they're going to use you for what? Your body, your beauty, your looks, your lust, money, cars, job, money, power, and fame. Man made bullshit. And yes, you gave your all and they sold you a dream, but they said God, Buddha. Their terms, actions speak down the words. It's energy, man. It's all about energy. Love is consistent, straight as a fucking arrow. Toxic love is inconsistent. You don't want toxic love, man. Anybody can make time for anybody, especially in the platforms, cell phones, every which way. But just to let you know, they don't have to respond to you. That's why you match energy, especially when it comes to your partners or potential. You always respond. They take forever. Match energy. 5 minutes, do 5 minutes. And trust me, they'll call you out. I promise you they will. They'll be like, or they just don't respond. Maybe they don't respond, But they'll be like, babe, you respond in the beginning all the time. Why are you doing, I take forever to respond? Because that's what you do to me. I'm tired of doing that. So, if you don't like that feeling, nor do I. Or they just block you, Now they ghosted you. And respectfully, if someone ghosts you behind a phone, right? You have a lot of healing to do. You're blessed to get ghosted behind a cell phone. There was no physical touch. TOC says intercourse, because you do that's gonna hurt you even more. Not because you take your energy, you feel guilty, you feel dirty, quote unquote. Yes, because you gave your all and they sold you a dream, but I promise you 1,000, all the red flags answer in front of your face. You just don't know that yet,
Little notebook, and I had a
So this is Johnny Chang, right? Once again, you don't have to be religious at all. That's your choice if you will. But the cool thing, once again, as a being, if you're patient enough, open-minded enough, you can have these conversations. You can hear people. There's just story. Everyone, we just tell stories. Nobody, zero has to comprehend nobody at all. That is your choice if you will. My situation, anyone that says they're in the healing journey or they're doing the healing journey, you intrigue me. You get my attention. If I get to know you or reach out to you, make comments, I'm going to ask you, yo, king, queen, when did you start your healing journey? Did you have a support team? What do you say with yourself, Because I want to study you. I want to see what you said as a being, We have a deep conversation potentially, That's beautiful. Everyone else on the journey, they don't want to have these conversations. Feelings, fuck these feelings. Go party and kick it. Dubai, get more tattoos, whatever. Body up in the whole face, that la calle bullshit. Do all that, say all that. Cool, bet. I pray for you, go my day, go my life, But this is, I turn people away from God. And once again, Johnny Chang, he's a beast. Like, if you look at both of us, we don't scope them out, and you say, oh, Asian guy with tattoos, brown boy with tattoos, gang mafioso, hoodlum. But look at the way we speak, our energy, what we talk about. That's when you comprehend people. And then, like, in Seattle, be like, a lot of Queens be like, well, I guess I had to be careful judging people. No, Queen, judge people. Nothing wrong with judging people. All the thing, only God can judge me. No, everyone has right. I get judged. I want you to judge me. You know, be scared of me, quote unquote. You know, but you're looking at me, right? Be fearful, right? But I haven't spoken yet. And that, see all the time. When I see you speak to customers, you're doing the DoorDash, you're down to the people, you know, waiting for the food type of situation. Like, your energy is good. Like, your looks are very deceiving. Like, yeah, I did it for a reason. You know? Here's the best part. The only reason I was speaking because of my tattoos. That's the reason why. Not because of my soul, because my hair, because of my tattoos. Because you're trying to read, as you're speaking to me, like the customers tell me, they're, hey, don't mind me. Or some customers tell me, can you please close your eyes? I'm trying to read your face. I'll be cool. I don't get offended or not. No, I close my eyes and they read my face. They don't even touch my face, you know, move my face. What's that? Unworthy? Look at the other side. Oh, is it kind of yin and yang? Yes, negative, positive. Oh, that's awesome. And they're just words. They're just words. Positive or negative, whatever term you want to use. This word unworthy, I heard the term a long time ago, right? Unworthy. My ex-boss, she had on her sideburn, when I first met her, first tattoo, unworthy. I was like, that's beautiful. She's like, what? You said a lot of tattoos. What do you mean? Your first tattoo, why is the word unworthy beautiful to you? Because I was you. That's what I told her, watch, bet. I'll get a tattoo on me. What? You're lying. Deadass. As it being any word or phrase, you know, observed face-to-face or behind the screen, I'll put it on me. Because I know it's going to trigger people in a positive or negative manner. So that's what I said. Like, you see this? Your word? When she didn't believe me, this is almost a year ago, right? I'm like working at 7-Eleven here locally where I used to watch them, and I'm putting stuff away. And she saw the clip on my TikTok, and she walked up, you know, she didn't say hi or nothing, grabbed my chin. You really did it. Yeah, and look at the other side now. It says worthy. I go, right now you feel unworthy. No co-parenting, you know, toxic relationship with moms, you know. Your mom's a little older than I am, and she's still doing a lot of wrong, you know. When you start your healing journey, that's on you whenever you want to. You'll feel worthy. You'll feel what love is. But right now, your love is the way you live, and it's not a good outcome. But once again, that is your free one choice. You do whatever you want to do, but I'm here to warn you. I remember when she interviewed me wise for work, once again, not even, it was a high, and nothing about, hey, this is job criteria, nothing. She's just like, you have a lot of tattoos. She's like, I got tattoos, but you have a lot of tattoos. It's just words. And we spoke for an hour and a half about life. I tell you all the time, all you got to make is make a comment, ask question, and I'll elaborate. Everyone has it when you're speaking. You know, let's say you breakups. Yeah, that's all you can say because you're going to choke up because you're going through a fresh breakup. Oh, I got you, King, Queen. And I start breaking it down. I'll give you all my notes, knowledge, wisdom, analogy, metaphor, riddles, stories. You don't comprehend me at all. But I'll get your attention. Hey, let's do this. You know, we can talk about this every day. I was you. That's why I saying a little bit talk from my support team 5 years ago. Like, I know those. I gotta figure out the way I'm gonna word it right, but I know those eyes. I know those tears. I know those fear. I was you. You're the old version of myself. You're the past version of myself. Anyone tells you that, that's the people you vibe with. That's the people in the healing journey or potentially healed. What do you mean by that? And that's gonna say like this. Like I said, yo, is this pain forever? Like, that pain is not forever. Only if you allow it to be forever. Well, I can't take this pain from you, but I can tell you stories. I can tell you my healing notes. I could definitely do that. But when I'm 5 years ago, when I'm off the phone with you, when I'm done texting you, because I got my life, I got my family, what I'm doing, my one-on-ones, you know, now it's all you, all alone. Can you be alone? Can you work on yourself? Can you heal yourself? Because I can make you feel good. Remember this, I got my life, so now you're feeling good, love, etc. That's just about your energy and your ex. Now you can't talk to me. Or the other 9. Now it's you. You gotta be ready for yourself. And it's scary initially, trust me. But 5 years ago, ball like a bitch. Thinking that this pain be forever. It will only be forever if you allow it to be. Higher source beings, we can't fix, change, or save you at all. Physically, if you have financially, yes, you can. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, no, we can't. I'm a single father of kids. I can't fix, change, or save none of my kids. Physically, once again, yes, I could. Financially, yes, I could. But if they get in a toxic, love, broken, coded relationship, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, no, I can't. But I tell my kids, the answer's right here. What? Tell them about it for a reason. Watch my podcast. You don't have to. I'm your father. I hurt you with my words, right? But whenever you want to, I speak about the same thing, broken record. But I love what I speak about because this is about raw, real life, raw, real feelings, toxic love, broken, codependent relationships, and co-parenting. Because yes, you're a mother, you're a father, a title, A for effort, but are you doing parenting? Are you parents? Are you doing co-parenting? If he or she's too fucking narcissistic and toxic, are you doing parallel parenting? Or they say fuck the universe, fuck everybody. They become, on my tattoos, deadbeat mothers, deadbeat fathers. My first baby mom's the mother of our daughters. Once again, nothing against her. She's still on a journey, not a healing journey. She's a deadbeat mother. That was her choice of free will. Nothing against her. Because once again, I know the answer. She's on a journey. She does not dispute the I. She disputes our daughters. It's been like 13, no, going on 15 years. That is her choice of free will. My ex, the mother of boys, we do co-parenting. You know, we have better friendship and partnership because both of us were on a journey, not a healing journey. No one taught me this shit till 5 years ago. And that's why I pay it forward. That's all I do. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not here to sell no one a dream, especially potential partner to be. I don't want to hurt nobody with my words. It's, you know, especially a partner, but I will tell you the truth. I will tell you the truth. But no matter the truth is hurt no matter what. No matter how you word it. It's always gonna hurt every which way. That's why we can't know the truth. Don't be in relationships. Don't be healthy relationships. Don't offer love. Because then you play the victim to ourselves. You're being mean to me. Like, how am I being mean to you? By saying you're still traumatized? You're still stuck on your ex? Look at that. I don't mention anything about my ex. She's right there. We do co-parenting, right? Let's say my other ex, my last girl from Cali on TikTok. And there she is. Look at that. Love, respect, nothing. I'm happy for her. But once again, that's as they be in.
Notebook, and it was filled with biblical cross references. And I remember for the first 5 years I was pharisaical.
Were you ever a Bible thumper?
Always. Back then I had a little notebook and it was filled with biblical cross references. And I remember for the first 5 years I was pharisaical like that. And I closed people's hearts. And so Pastor Kim literally took my book and threw it away.
Really?
It took 3 years for me to accumulate all that scripture. And I was like, what are you doing? I was pissed. And he was like, Johnny, is there anyone that's saved through you? And it's been 5 years of my walk. Not one person was saved.
Whoa.
And it blew my mind. And I realized what I was doing was I was shifting people out of faith and into logic. When logic starts, faith ends, right?
Okay, so how did you break out of that then?
So when Pastor threw that away, and then he checked me, he said, where are your fruits, basically? And I realized, like, dude, what am I doing? I'm not saving anybody. Nobody's getting unlocks. We're not even focusing on Jesus. We're literally talking about, I'm better than you because I know this much about the Bible. It was such a reality check for me, and it led me to spiritual burnout. Reading the Bible was like a task. Like, I had to find this, and I couldn't sleep because I was like, okay, I can't answer this question. And I'm logically trying to find in Scripture how to answer this question. And I would go spiraling. And Pastor Kim just checked all of that. He's like, so you would spiral, is that peaceful? And I just had to sit there and be like, damn, he's right.
It's so crazy to see it. Now you have such a way to explain it that like everyone can understand it.
And that's beautiful. Once I get to form people, like journaling is a lot. It's good, but it's a lot of writing. Me personally, my hands cramp the fuck up really fast, right? I don't do a lot of writing. There's a very bare minimum, right? I'm a geek techie. I could type all day, but even typing is a lot of, typing. Technology, my cell phone tattoo, use a phone, baby steps, audio blogs, and when you're ready, video blogs. Remember this. And then do backups. Use technology, do backups. All your pictures, videos, the stuff you care about. Do backups. Let's see how I can show you. Computer 101. Traditional hard drive, SSD, cassette player, CD player, mechanical doors, digital doors. But even then, you can still use both for backups. So whatever you care about, whatever you cherish, pictures, videos, whatever the fuck it is, do a backup on a hard drive or SSD, either or on both, but do backups. You can never have enough backups because let's say your house burns down or you forget the thumb drive at work and someone took it. Same thing with, with Johnny, the pastor is pastor. I forget his name, but I would love to meet him. But anyways, he was about the pastor, and I taught him. He had 3 years. Little story about Johnny Chang. Asian cat. Once again, you see both of us. He's decked out. He's got the beautiful tattoos. Asian cat, mafioso, all that stuff, right? He went through a lot. He just got out maybe like 10 years ago, I believe. So now, the term Bible thumper. So I said it respectfully, right? And I use Johnny Chang's example. Like, a lot of people, when they say, prison tattoos, like, respectfully, a lot of people, you can say that, but here's a kicker. People who get out of prison typically become Bible thumpers. God, Jesus saved me, Allah, whatever, right? Which is cool. Nothing wrong with that, but as long as you live the life of God best as possible, right? So when I use the term Bible thumper, that's anyone that forces you. You have to change. You have to work on yourself. You have to let go. You have to go to church. The word "have" is very forceful, triggering. Sometimes you should want to change. You should want to let go. You should work on yourself. That's more proper, more empathetic wise, right? But everyone has the terminology. But anyways, so once again, Johnny got out. He's becoming more godly-like, Jesus-like, studying the Bible. And remember this, it's a journal. I want everybody. Journal's cool, but let's say magic, you're busy, you know, and you think you misplace it, or someone sees it, curious fucking George, and they steal it from you. You know, and then what? Now you get scared like, damn, that's 5 years, 10 years of journaling. Yeah, now it's all gone, literally all gone. Technology, audio blogs, video blogs, pictures. You know, and I say all the time when you start the healing journey, I highly recommend doing baby steps, audio blogs. The day I go to my computer, I have some of my computers, but the day I have the, you know, find out my damn material, I'll play clips of 5 years ago, my old version of myself. You hear me crying, you know, like once I played it maybe like 3 years ago because I found it. Like, oh, there it is, you know. That's why I have to organize all my stuff, anyways. Which I'm gonna call it. I played this clip, you know, it was like 3 years ago, I believe, or 2 years ago. I played a clip. Check it out. This is the old version of myself, 2 years ago. And I pushed play, and here's this person just crying. Like, they was like, yo, commenting, who's that? I was like, yo, I'll play for a minute, and look what this person's saying. And then after I played, just a minute, 60 seconds, and they're like, who was that? That was me. What do you mean? That was me. You record yourself? Like, yeah, I'm a geek techie. That's a good number of technology. Journaling is cool, but if you misplace that, or like Johnny, your mother sees that shit, let's say they throw that shit away, they burn that shit. Your mother, father, respect my privacy. No one has to respect no one's boundaries, no privacy. Now your journaling book is gone. Technology is key, man. Use it correctly, not incorrectly, right? So audio blogs, video blogs. That's I love watching the 5 years go on my, you know, my hard drives and backups and shit. 5 years ago, I'm just like watching myself like, damn, I was being a lot faster. I was like, you know, my words I was using kind of incorrectly. I was kind of everywhere. But that's a healing journey. The victim mentality, all my energy is my ex. And as I progress from the healing journey to awakening journey, less energy my ex, more energy myself. I feel more proper. I'm slowing down there because I'm controlling my energy as best as possible. And that's why it helps a lot. Like people that speak fast, like, you know, or if you're stressed and anxiety, breathing exercises, that helps a lot. So that's why you see me sometimes I'll be talking and I breathe and I go release, you know, because I have all this energy built up in my brain, in my mind, you know. I won't say a lot. I got to slow down. So that's me with anything in life. I just breathe, inhale, exhale, and just release that, you know, that energy that I have too built up, you know. Because I love talking about this. I get excited about this. It's for you guys, not for me. Not for me at all, respectfully. Like in the beginning, of the healing journey, it's for you. But that's why I preach to everybody, you know, do your video blogs, audio blogs, do a podcast when you're ready to. And the cool thing, once again, you can rewatch this. And as you progress, you be like, damn, like, and we will tell you, like, yo, you know, you're so strong. Like, okay, I'm stronger now. What? Well, a year ago, 4 years ago, you can watch yourself like, damn, I was going through it pretty fucking bad. Like, I was down and out, you know? That's the cool thing about technology, man. I love technology. And that's why, once again, it's my podcast, it's our podcast, 9 platform, 9 cell phones. And I could bring anybody. Let's say you want to do a podcast for one, because people are like, oh, let's do a podcast together. People will guess and manipulate self dreams, or they'll have like a pre-interview, and they'll take your material. They'll take what you talk about. It happens to me quite. It happened to not anymore, but happened to me a couple of times, like 3-4 times. Facebook, IG, all these empathetic queens. They got platforms. They got podcasts, you know. And they sold me a dream. I would get excited and shit, and I'm gonna be a podcast. Hell yeah, I can. You know, I can use their platform in a positive manner because they got, you know, they got numbers. They got status. I don't. I'm a little person. And then they ghost me. I reached out to them and they ghost me, you know? So, that's the shit. And that's why a queen, I think on TikTok, this was probably like 3 years ago, right? I'll get a little bummed about that. She's like, yo, you teach us. Like, why worry about people's words? Like, yo, they sold you a dream. Don't stop because of them. You know, you keep doing what you're doing. And that's a cool thing about, you know, these platforms. Maybe locally you have no real support teams. I want to talk to. Hey, what's up, Warren? How you doing? How's it going? My tattoo, hashtag social media familia. Y'all my peoples. And vice versa. Maybe low-key you have no real support. Behind the screen you have some badass individuals. Maybe in the healing journey, they go and guide you. Or they should be supportive. That's the cool thing about technology. Because once again, especially in technology, anybody that bullies anybody, they're not a good person. It doesn't matter what their bio says, nothing of that shit. No, they're not a good person. I need to talk to you. I will contact them. Oh, for sure. I'm queen, for sure. So once again, journaling's cool, but you know, if you use technology, audio blogs, video blogs, that's a lot safer. Do backups, because once again, anyone can take your journal and can you remember everything you wrote? That's a lot, you know. I do a bunch of one-on-ones locally, you know, West Side, Seattle side, And I, a lot of queens, you want to see my journals? And I would read them like, this is 5, 10 years ago. I'm like, that is a lot of writing. My hands would crap the fuck up. And I show them, audio blogs, video blogs. Oh, really? I save all this. I never thought of that. Like, technology is key. Maybe once again, I'm going to get techie. So, I just think easy, because technology is easy, and the best part makes it a hell of a lot easier. And the cool thing is, once again, technology is key if you use it correctly. No one has to. If you want to start the healing journey and you have no one to speak about this locally, fucking many podcasts. YouTube, Spotify, which I highly recommend, which I promote the fuck out of them, which I'm going to start saying in the beginning of all these podcasts. And when I close them, which I'm going to call it, Spotify, Buddha teachings, type in, I think, Tati Tim. I believe that's the name, Tati Tim. Religious talk, they're religious. They're just stories, And they got, Johnny Chang. He based on the Bible, like I based on the Bible. I mean, the breakdown of life the way I speak, right? Because whatever anyone has like compassion for and comprehends. Remember that as one being, whatever what you're talking about. What are you doing? Communication, A, and B, comprehension, because you know what you're talking about. There's the for one no one has to comprehend you at all. You're more in the healing journey, more energy like. You see your best friend, your homegirl, your kid about to get destroyed in a toxic relationship. And they're about to get destroyed. I have 8 kids. Trust. I tell my 8 kids that they meet any of your partners and I see the energy, I'll just climb out like, yo, wait, why are you with them? It could be my own kid. It could be one of my kids. Let's say they're too narcissistic. Because in middle school, high school, typically middle school, we choose to be a square, empathetic, the nice and astral, or become a circle, narcissistic, the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl. A premeditated choice, because why? Our parents traumatize the fuck out of us. That's why. But what will I do? Let's say one of my sons is narcissistic, he's a little bad boy, fuck boy, and your dad is my girlfriend. Day one, just to let you know, my son, he's a fuck boy. He's a bad boy. He's all these tattoos right here. He's gonna swear the fuck out of you. He's gonna sell you a dream. But if you're already trauma bonded, you love him, just to let you know, he's gonna tear you apart. But I'm here for you. I'm his father. He can't teach you anything about life. He can tell you I love you. The most you cheat, he's gonna do all that shit to you. And it's not being about right. That's my own kid. He can be like, oh, dad, that's why I hate you, dad. Yeah, I don't care. The word hate, it's a word. I don't give a shit about words. Words don't have no feelings at all. If I tell you I hate you, I'm your father. That's gonna hurt you more than you already hurt. Hey, what's up, dog? Vampire, how you think? How's it going? Hello. Welcome to live. And I said respectfully. Like, call everybody out how it is, So.
Engaged and set.
Are you single?
I'm not. I'm engaged and set to be married in November.
And what do you see in that woman? You say she's the one.
We've been together for this August would be 9 years. First girlfriend, I was her first boyfriend. One and done, wrapped it up, and I think the biggest thing that I've seen in her is
I'm about to get off.
Throughout our time dating, so we got together when I was 17 is when we first started, and so now I'm 26. And I don't think there's ever a time period in your life that you're gonna change more, right? Once you're in your late 20s, and the things that may change, like maybe a new job, maybe you move somewhere, but you as a person aren't really changing. Where for me and her, we went through the most amount of change, went from high school to college to post-college, and instead of ever growing apart, we've always grown together. And it's been, that's the thing I think that makes me the most confident that we are right for each other, because we've never almost broken up. We've literally just always gone together, and I know that's obviously not going to be many people's right. But again, I also understand just how rare that is.
Which is beautiful, The intent to have like that Romeo and Juliet love story, that Cinderella and then Prince Charming type of situation. But nowadays, the cell phone, look, there's a zillion options. But here's the kicker: you as a being can control your lust. Do you have self-will? Can you do A and B, Jen and Will Smith monogamy? You as one being, but what about the potential partner? Can they match your energy? And remember this: a lot of people are traumatized. A lot of people are bitter and hateful every which way. It's 12:13 p.m. here Tuesday afternoon. Oh, it's 7:15 now Pacific time, Seattle, Washington. But whatchamacallit, and that there's the match of energy. And remember this: you can be like them. It's like a power couple, which is beautiful, but everyone's traumatized. People in toxic relationships, or they're single, and guess what? They want to have what you have by your side to forewarn you. But I call everybody the fuck out. I call everybody out. If you see a couple and you know they're a couple, and you want to get involved with them, like shoot your shot, DMs, it's energy. You lock eyes, you smile, all that corny bullshit. You're fucking passing boundaries. So I'll call you out. Don't call yourself a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, a atheist person. You're good for the streets. You're good for nothing but pseudo God. Respect all my tattoos. Yeah, a little bit of good, a lot of bad. You can say God. It doesn't matter what you say. Because with God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, especially with your ancestors, shoot their shot. I doubt it very much. So why are you shooting your shot? Because you're miserable, right? You want to take what they have on their side. And let's say scenario, that's the shit for your partner. If it starts with emotion cheating, nothing's wrong with looking, but if they're gawking, if they understand a man and woman in their fucking life, that's called emotion cheating. Your relation's over. That's why as a being, you have your boundaries. How many chances you giving a potential partner? In my situation, I don't give one. I'll give it for warning. Especially, you're older, quote unquote, your healing journey, God, Buddha, whatever she claims to be. I be bitching out. Do you know what? I tell them the potential to be day one. Do you know what emotion cheating is by chance? I ain't show you clips. I point it out. And I go, babe, I don't give a shit if you look at guys, but if you're staring like you've never seen a man in your fucking life, that's called emotion cheating. If you do that, just to let you know that I know you do it in front of my face. I saw you did it. You have the work husband. You have husband options everywhere. I already know that shit. But here's the kicker. I won't be here by your side. What? I love you, but I love myself more. I'm selfish and positive man. You see that door? They want to tell you, I can leave, you can leave whenever you want to. What? But are you ready for rejection? Can you handle a breakup? I got 1,000 girlfriends, 10,000 girlfriends. All you can cheat, ghost, divorce, break up, leave me, divorce me. I don't care respectfully. I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. If you want me, I match energy, I take energy. There's zillion queens in all the universe. Why would it's just about one? Make that make sense? Even if kids are involved, I already do co-parenting. I'm gonna be your ex. You're gonna hate me. Hey, we could be cool. Yeah, co-parenting. There is no us. No, there is no us. They won't ever be us again. For the kids, no, it's co-parenting. We teach our kids to not become us, to not become you. Tell our kiddos why our relationship felt, why I got up and left. So now, if not, you won't do it. I'll tell you. I'll tell our kid why I got up and left. This is what your mother did. Emotionally cheating. I'm gonna teach you don't do emotional cheating, because if you do that, and your partner's in the healing journey, then I get up and leave. And I'll forewarn them. If I was you, I would leave. Look at the mother. She's right there. I'm not with her. Because why? I'm not accepting that. There's got to be queens in the healing journey that actually offer love. And your mother wasn't one of them. Respect. Nothing against her. She wasn't journeying. She might be doing a healing journey now. That's why I do in scenarios. Sometimes a friendship works better than a relationship. Well, facts for sure. What I believe is start with a friendship and let it evolve to a relationship. But once again, if you're both ready for whatever term you want to use, monogamy, A and B, is really hard to do. It's really hard to do. More on the male side, because a lot of us men keep born narcissistic. We emotionally cheat. Nothing's wrong with looking, but when you're gawking, that's where everything starts. You're the housewife, I got the work wife, club wife. I get my tattoos. I got tattoos wives. I got wives everywhere. Because what does everyone do? Play the rhythm to themselves, right? Boo-hoo me, my partner's doing this. All this bullshit. But once again, as a being, test your lust. That's everyone's narcissist, right? The bad side of us. But can you control and protect your energy every way best as possible? Can you control your lust? Do you have self-will? All this bullshit means, when they say we cheat because the Bible says King David, biology, money, power, and fame. Bullshit. That's not the most bullshit excuse in the universe. On my tattoos, right here it says, narcissistic boys offer toxic love, lust, drama, trauma. Communication, no comprehension. Their eyes are bigger than mouth. These default to lust? The answer, no self-will. That's the answer. Fuck biology with the Bible. It doesn't matter. Your eyes are bigger than your mouth. If you're looking at you've never seen a fucking female in your life, you can't do monogamy. You can offer monogamy, you can offer love, but you can't do it. You don't have to. You should be poly, open, benefits, fuck buddy situations. We're friends, quote unquote. I always still believe staying friends with the next, especially if there's kids involved, can help better with co-parenting. Oh yeah, for sure, co-parenting best as possible. That's the mother and my boys, we do best as possible. And that's the intent, best as possible. Remember this, that's your side. Typically the females for the most more empathetic wives, and they're more compassionate, and they'll do co-parenting. Us men can be narcissistic. We don't know how to control feelings because we're not taught about these feelings, these conversations. So we cause all the drama and all this bullshit. It was just always incorrectly, but it's not ever too late, Not ever too late.
Please go to sleep knowing you are needed, wanted, beautiful, and lovable. Don't be so harsh on yourself. You are doing just fine, and your happiness and well-being is the priority. Get some rest. I love you.
The most important part is communication. Alphabet. A, communication. B, comprehension. That's why if you want a healthy relationship, healthy monogamous relationship, poly, whatever you're into, right? As long as you're both on the same page and you both do what? Communication, comprehension. It's a two-sided relationship, not one-sided. If it was one-sided, welcome to a toxic love, broken, codependent relationship. I'm not saying all, right? The word all. A lot of women, for the most part, are empathetic. A lot of men that keep away were narcissistic, were raised incorrectly, we're that fucking caregivers, this man-made bullshit. You work hard, yes. We work hard, right? And we're hard workers. We show respect to everybody in the mother but our partners. We do not work hard in relationships. That's why you can give us 1,000 chances, not 1,001. It doesn't matter how she gets up and leave. It could be 1 year, it could be 10 years, it could be 20 years from now. But she's gonna put up with your bullshit, right? So 1,000 chances, not 1,001. So emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, she would check the fuck out. It doesn't matter how she does it. She could leave me, ghost me, divorce me, cheat on me, break up with me. That is her choice of free will. And all those times that I stressed her, made her cry, and fuck, we lay in the same bed, she's crying, I'm like, yo, get over it. I don't give a shit about words. I don't give a shit about words, but she does. I will not be considered her feelings. So the day that, once again, just 5 years ago, this is when I started speaking like this, the healing journey, all my tattoos, right? So guess what? That's what they call trombones. You break up 1 time, 2 times, 20 times. Oh, he or she, they always come back. Bet, say that to the day that she gets up or he gets up and leave. And you know what? I'm done for real. I'm not doing this no more. And now you're, oh shit, shit's hitting the fan. She is for real. He is for real. They're not coming back. Now you become her. You become him. All those times you made her cry, made her hurt, made her cry. You know, you're crying. I mean, they're crying in the same fucking bed. Now you become her. Ball like a bitch. Become me. You know, and I say that shit respectfully. That's why I learned the hard way, quote unquote. But once again, it was a blessing in disguise. That's all it was. We just don't know this, which, you know, we got on the hard way. Everything happens for a reason, which I get this corny ass like sayings, but respectfully, I don't like them. If does not exist, I wish not exist, but it would have been nice if they teach this shit at fucking pre-K, middle school, high school, all the universes. That'd be nice. Because we don't know, kid has to comprehend. But guess we can observe, Maria, John, they're beautiful cosmetically, but look at, they're bullies, they're too narcissistic, they're big narcissists, right? Too much pride and ego. They know they're beautiful cosmetically, but inside they're broken, they'll get lost. Oh, they like me. They can like me all they want. I won't have them on my side because they want to destroy me. They want to take my energy from me. No, thank you. They have a fighting chance, Now when you're 30, 40, 50, which is not ever too late, but I promise you 1,000, when you get 30, 40, 50 years old and you start the healing journey, you'll be like, all this fucking time. Like I said, when I was 39 years old. But it's not ever too late, because we're not taught this shit, Actions to me are more than words. All facts. That's why I'm going to tell what's the beautiful saying, actions speak down the words. The you can meet in my church, A for effort, a building, in the Bible. They can say God, Allah, Buddha. But that's your partner that loves you, but they're emotionally cheating, they're verbally abusive, being a fuckboy fucker, the body hopping the hope, they're physically whooping your ass. Actions speak down the word. Do you think God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe would treat you like that? Your ancestors would treat you like that? I doubt it very much. So why you allow him or her to treat you like that? Make that make sense, Say I love you means nothing. Don't say show me. That's the type I am. Facts. Hey, you're not that much older than me, lol. But yeah, once again, it's not ever too late. That's why, as I was taught 5 years ago, that's why I've been doing this live podcast for 5 years now. Initially, for 2.5 years, I was just IG, Facebook, TikTok. Now I do both my TikToks, both my Facebooks, Likey, Bigo, Meet Me, Twitch, Clubhouse, I tell everybody, respect and show me anyone that does what I'm doing on any platform. You can show me someone on 3 and 4, maybe 5 platforms, not 9+, Because, and once again, what do I do? Especially the male. No, not a reason competition, but show me any man that speaks about what I speak about. They'll say God, they'll say the healing journey, therapy, counseling, A for effort, but look at them as a being, they're not doing good for themselves. I actually speak down the words every which way. So I tell the queens all the time, you gotta be very careful just because they match your energy. That's awesome. But now keep studying them to make sure that, remember, because love is consistent. It's straight as a fucking arrow. You have higher sources, love, the universe. Love can't hurt, highly impossible. Love is free, don't cost you shit, freer than water. Now, toxic love, you don't want toxic love. That shit will destroy the fuck out of you. It will cost you everything, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, potentially even your life. That little saying, be tied on my back. Eventually make sure to hoodies. What? Love is consistent. Small letters, so you look at it harder. Bigger letters to scare you. Toxic love is inconsistent. What? That's inconsistent. You're not mean to your partner, but they're mean to you. What are you doing there? The door's right there. You know? Here's a scary thought. We are older than Google. Right? Doesn't matter how long you know someone, you are still learning stuff about them every day. Facts. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're blessed with technology every which way if you use technology correctly. And once again, if you have no like real support teams locally, all these fucking platforms. To be for the most part, because I knew that's why I did what I did 5 years ago. Locally, I'm Japanese, right? It's a healing journey. You know, I'm gonna figure this shit out. But I know facts 1,000. This is my terminology, right? That if I go live, I do this live podcast. I already knew a lot of empathetic queens to reach out. Don't matter if they're religious, spiritual, atheists. I already know them reach out in the comments, in the DMs. You're like, I was Jan guide you. I was you. Because for the most part, a lot of queens do the healing journey. They start, books. Therapy count. Once again, me as a being to each own, I don't really do like a lot of books. Like, I'm not knocking on books. If that's what you do, that's cool. You have resources if you want to start the healing journey. If you want to feel your feelings, to comprehend, to evolve in life. Nobody has to. But I already know 1,000 on the overall. I could vibe with any female, any queen out there. And for the most, especially more in the suburbs, good areas, they know about this shit. It's beautiful. That's why we have the deep conversations. Like, we're best friends in Seattle. I don't know them. I'm talking to nobody's respectfully, but we come to somebody's. What do we say? Hey, so I go in. I do a lot of copy dates. How do I, get in contact? I respect your boundaries. They're telling me that I respect your boundaries. I can do social media, email, phone number. I mean, your whole queen, whatever you want, however you want this conversation. Thank you for respecting my boundaries. Thank you for realizing that. And then it's me know you're in the healing journey. That's beautiful. That's why you got my attention. Because I already know you're in the healing journey. That's beautiful, So yeah, once again, but yeah, you get to know people over time. But me, I'm always studying. I'm always observing everybody. That's why if you ever see me physically, like, that's all I see as they be in squares, empathetic people, empathists, nice people, nice guys and nice girls, circles. That's all you people narcissistic, all these bad girl, phobic fuck girls, and zombies, addicts and addiction. That's all I see. I don't see 3 codes and 3 energies. Oh, for sure, dark vampire, for sure. Respectfully, that's all I see. If I'm a potential partner, I only deal with squares. That's it. But as it being, I know my potential, my energy is too strong for them because the way I carry myself, the way I speak. Cause like I was forewarned 5 years ago by my support team. They're like, just to forewarn you, people don't like black and white. Don't like people that think black and white, that live black and white, speak black and white. Your energy's too strong for them because it can't be simple. Life can't be as simple. I'm like, when I figure this shit out, I will tell a story and I want to comprehend. That's why I'm still single 3 years now. There's a lot of potentials, but they're on a journey. A lot of the queens on the healing journey, but they don't like simple, and it's true. They'll be like, oh, you must know it all. Like, I didn't ever say I know everything. I know that feeling, I know that conversation. I'm just elaborating. But if you want to sit there and stay traumatized and still be stuck in your ex, to forewarn you, like, I'm just talking to you. I'm in a potential partner. So the deal that to give a scenario, the day that you want love, you want a potential partner, and they ask you the same question I just asked you, or they have the same conversation we have, and what are you going to do to the person you love? Push them away? But you love them. And to forewarn you, if they're in the healing journey, and they observe that, they can push you away. Like, yo, you said you was ready for this, but now that I'm seeing you, observing, you're not ready for this. I'm too much for you. My energy's too strong. Nothing against you, not really in the competition, but if you want to stay here, you're more likely to hurt your feelings. So sabotage your life. I have to tell the queens all the time, the potentials, these one-on-ones. I have a scenario. Here's the best part, queen. I don't got to tell you any of this shit. Show me any boy that you spoke in your life, any man, quote-unquote, that speaks the way I speak, that forewarns you day one, to give you scenarios. They won't, because they're going to go after what? Lust. Use you for your beauty, your looks, your money, power, and fame. They say I love you because they love your chest, peaches, and butt. Avatar, what's deeper than I love you? I see you. I see the inside of you first and foremost. Then the outside, then all your environment. I'm always studying you. That's my love language. I tell the queens the potential to be, you don't have to buy me nothing. What? You don't have the potential partner. You don't ever have to buy me nothing. For any holiday, it doesn't matter to me. at all. Like you, like my last ex, she's like, what? She's like, what? Then what is your love language? That's why our relationship failed, because her love language is like physical touch and gifts, stuff like that. Which is not go. Yeah, you know, that's all over myself. Gifts. I told you in the beginning, babe, I don't really do gifts. That's just like if I do, yes, it's a birthday, it's a holiday, but I just, as it being, to me personally, it's whatever to me. You know, and that's why, once again, beautiful individual. She had her new partner, they're blessed, awesome couple, right? I'm happy for her. The intent when you move on and they let you go, you let them go, that you should be happy your partner moves on with somebody else, and now, you know, how's your relationship? That's beautiful, right? And that's what I tell her, babe, now that you're teaching about, I've heard the term love language. That's a, you know, the cool thing about my situation, you don't believe me, go to my YouTube. I can't tell you which, but go 3 years back, you know, because I've been single for 3 years now, right? And I would say that, you know, I'll preach about, you know, the potential to be, we kill each other's energy. I would say, like, friends, best friends, lovers, porn stars, and therapists. We chat, we match each other's energy, standards. I would not say love language or love languages until we talked about it. And that's what she said, so what's your love language? And that's what I told her, like, babe, remember every time I just look at you, I would just stare at you, and you'd be like, what, babe, what are you looking at? I'd be like, you. What do you mean, you? They're like, once again, like, these gifts you buy me, I'm grateful, thank you, you don't have to, you know, once again, you want, you can buy for the kiddos, you know, if you use it for yourself, for your kids, but I get it, that is your love language, you know, so once again, my love language is you. You are, you know, all these gifts you buy me, you give these holidays, birthdays, you are my birthday, you are my gifts. I'm blessed to have you by my side. Nothing against my ex nor exes. You know, before my 2 baby moms, 2 previous girlfriends, right? Prior to her, she was number 5, my last girlfriend, number 5 in my life. But I go, nothing against them for prior, because I was in a journey, they were in a journey. You know, you did your healing journey, I did mine. So you're the best female my whole life. Now I gotta teach the love. This is beautiful, you know. And I'll eventually have that again potentially, but once again, no one not guaranteed forever. So that's the shit. So people will come and go, but. Guys, I gotta get going. Potentially see you guys tomorrow sometime. So I'm always in your pocket 24/7, 365. Please don't ever feel alone. The cool thing about technology and what the platforms I recommend for, you know, you want to healing journey, do the YouTube, got Spotify, which I'm gonna call it, do Spotify, which I recommend. You don't have to comprehend nobody, right? But there's stories. You have people hear people telling stories. You know, listen to Johnny Chang, religious talk, and they're telling stories, Buddha teachings. Tati Tim, you know, there's other people on there, but that's the ones that I listen to. And then you got, you know, Zen and other stuff, which is beautiful. Me, I'm just trying to vibe with spiritual people and spiritual leaders that teach about, on the overall, about mind and body. But which Buddha was doing, which I preach about mind and body, not knowing that he was doing that until I found out 3 months ago. 2,500 years ago, he was saying this, before technology, before all these conversations, right? But I preach about mind and body and toxic love, broken, codependent relationships, because that's what's going to matter, is the person by your side. Your relationships can make you, break you, different story. You can have everything man-made before this individual. Your routine and magically goes from love in the beginning, like the Bible, and it goes to toxic love. How did it go from love to toxic love? When did it get to that point? What were the red flags? Once again, no one wants to comprehend this. So love you guys. Have a good night. Stay blessed. Take care. Be safe. Enjoy your day. I'm always your pocket 24/7, 365. Biggest squad, love you guys. Take care, have a good night. Ciao. Like your squad, love you guys. Take care, safe. Ciao. Facebook, love you guys. Take care, safe. Ciao. Meet me, love you guys. Take care, be safe. Ciao. IG, love you guys. Take care, be safe. Ciao. Clubhouse, love you guys. Take care, be safe. Ciao. And then Twitch, well, 15 seconds, but TikTok, love you guys. Take care, be safe. Ciao. And Twitch, love you guys. Take care, be safe. Ciao.